guys make your way there.
Yep.
One character struggles really hard within himself to be able to accept the situation he's been put into and almost dies because of it. Eventually, he kind of gives in and takes the token and walks in along with everyone else. Unless I'm forgetting someone didn't walk in.
I didn't walk in.
So, that is where we are at. I explained or kind of told how the entrance to this city looks, and there are 2 Baylor guards right outside the gate, just standing watch.
2 Baylors, wow.
How long would you say the fight with the dragon took?
It was very quick, bro.
Yeah.
Like less than a minute.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think it was 10 rounds.
It wasn't.
Cool.
It was less than a minute. I think it was like half a minute, maybe.
Yeah, because
Maybe.
Misery got the
30 seconds.
yeah,
Most
probably.
crazy.
It was more than 3 rounds. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was.
It
I
was
think
somewhere
like
among
5.
No, it was like 8 or so.
It was
rounds.
close to a minute, but like not a minute.
Either way.
It's because
I just wanted to know for the sake of my wings.
But what also happened is at the end, everyone went into the astral plane to where time and space distance is all a foreign notion in that plane of existence. So everything got skewed. For you, though, it would have only lasted, a couple of minutes, but for them, it's really hard to determine.
Right.
But most of them, they don't even really remember what happened in the first place.
Right,
Other than
right.
seeing this individual and then that being it.
Well, since everybody seems to have taken a token, we ended with me standing, a good 100 feet behind the, before the gate, I guess. I will begin walking, and as I walk, I slowly start to rise as the bat wings begin to flap, and I make my way to one of the Baylors, and I activate my my Cloak of Flies ability.
I'm interested to see how this goes.
Okay. And I will stay a good 10 feet away from the Baylor, but I will fly up to where I am eye level. Does he make notice?
They do. They both kind of ready, like they might get attacked, but they don't make any aggressive movement towards you.
Say, I come at the behest of one of your benefactors. Would I be granted entry to the city?
One of them reaches into a coin purse at his side, and he presents a golden token.
Does this token look different than the others?
Nope.
In Infernal, I will say that I am no spirit. I do not seek what the spirits here seek. Would I be allowed to enter as a beneficiary of the one who watches the city? And I will name drop, and I will name drop both Mammon and... Hold on, let me bring up the document, because I lost it.
Now, not all of that information would be in what you had.
You told me it was.
No, not all the separate documents.
Right, I'm just looking for the one that you gave me, you said was the book.
Should be history of Arabic.
Yeah. Is it Haster? Who was Mammon's archangel?
Haster?
Haster. Yes, I will name drop both Mammon and Haster.
He's still looking at you presenting the coin. Nothing has changed.
That's
even
fine.
after
I'll take
you
the coin.
name drop.
I'll take the coin. That's fine. I didn't want there to be any issue with me not being a spirit. I will land and walk through the gate.
Is there anyone else that's still left outside that hasn't
I
walked in?
think so.
Well, as you all are standing kind of in the entry of this city, see what almost looks like an open market, very grim, somber feeling, but you do see those who are somewhat enjoying themselves. You can't really tell if it's through, just insanity, or if they're just trying to, make do of a shitty situation. But anything that you would normally see in a grand city, you'd see here, except it almost seems like there's a loss of life or color to every encounter that is happening.
Is there vegetation?
There is, but it's not like trees. It's not green. It's just like, grass and kind of like, like field grass and stuff like that. Almost like everything looks
Okay.
very weedy and stuff.
Would things get greener if I use this? If this is since my staff has this on it?
It doesn't work here.
Okay, just wanted to know. Don't want to be walking around and the only green spots are where I'm standing.
You guys also notice that there are, where you would normally see multiple guards at a place like Sanguinum doing patrols, you see one, maybe two Baylors doing a patrol around. You actually don't see a lot of them. And then everything else just kind of seems business as usual. You do see some individuals, what would look like homeless people, in alleyways that look just like a mere husk of what they once were. You maybe mistake them for being dead until you saw their chests slowly rise up and then lower, which is the only sign of life that you actually gathered from that individual.
There seem to be buildings marked with signs, businesses, or they're just stalls of any kind.
There's, plenty of different stalls that you see. Some just sell food. The food looks terrible. It's like, potatoes and basically vegetables that can grow really anywhere. You don't get like the green lettuces and stuff like that. So a lot of like legumes, beans. You got bread. There's a lot of wheat bundles. There are a couple different establishments that you see. One looks to, you can't really make out the wording here. As you also kind of look around, there's a lot of different languages that you see or can recognize as different languages, but can't actually read them yourself. A couple you can see, are written in your guys' language, Common, but there's only about 2 different establishments that actually are written in those names. And one just says N, no fancy name or anything. It just says N. And the other says, what did I name the guy? Smig's Wonderful Restaurant.
That's where I want to go.
Same.
Do I see any abyssal?
No. At least not here.
I'll just keep an eye out for any thing that's abyssal.
So Evander wants to go to Smig's wonderful restaurant.
No. I want to go to Smig's. Evander wants to go to the inn.
I'm so confused. Where
You
is
need to
Evander
specify,
going?
man.
Evander's going to the inn. Okay.
Yes, he just walks to the inn.
Grigor.
He'll follow anyone, really. He doesn't know much about this place, let alone anything. So he's pretty much just
Okay.
following
Dash.
the group.
Yeah. What does Dash do?
Yeah.
Well, he just waits
Okay.
until others start to move.
Misery.
She's going to the inn.
Xander.
Xander makes note of where they're going, and then he goes over to Obey Lord. He walks up to the Baylord and see if he can understand Abyssal.
What you notice that is this Baylord continues on his route or whatever patrol he is in, paying no mind to you whatsoever.
Alrighty. Fuck it, I'll just go to the inn then. Am I hungry?
No.
Okay.
Well, when was the last time you ate? Right before that fight, right?
Yeah.
You could be hungry. I mean, it's up to you what you want. I mean, it's been a decent time, but I eat once a day, so.
Okay, I'll just go to the inn. They probably have something.
And, well, you other two, you now know what everyone else is doing, so, Gregor, you said you were going to follow?
Yeah, he follows the group.
In Dash, everyone has made their decision.
Yeah, he follows the group.
You guys approach the inn, and as this door squeaks open, it's very dark and dusty inside. Cobwebs, littered throughout the establishment. There seems to be one individual actually sitting at a table out in the common area with no one behind the bar. And he's just kind of leaned back in his chair with a cloth over his face. You see a couple other people that look very sickly sitting in the corner, and one other individual sitting at the bar, head slouched over, drink in hand. And off to the back left corner, there seems to be stairs that would lead up to where there's possibly rooms.
Xander goes and to one of the unoccupied tables and sits down, pulls something out of his pack.
I will follow Xander and sit.
Gregor will sit with them, I guess.
As you guys are sitting with Xander, he still has his mask on. He pulls a necklace that you've never seen before out of his backpack. Kind of rubs it in his hands for a little bit, just stares at it, and then puts it on.
The guy with the cloth over his face slowly kind of rises up, stops leaning, takes the cloth off his face, and then he walks behind the bar. As he kind of puts his hands down, seems like he's counting little pieces of gold. They don't look like coins, maybe pieces of coins. But he seems to just kind of be counting them up and trying to arrange them into a circle-like figure. As a couple other patrons walk in, you see that these individuals take out a token that you were also given, and then they lay it on the table, take a knife, and then they cut it in half, and then they cut it in fourths, then eighths, and then they slide over a couple pieces. before the bartender turns around, grabs a mug, fills it up, and hands it to them. Then they shuffle the rest of the pieces into their hand to slide into their coin purse.
The sickly people in the corner do the sickly people and the people that just came in look basically the same?
The people in the corner look very like, like Fallout, kind of ghoul-like.
Oh, okay.
So they look like they're starting to become more of a husk of what they once were. It looks like they're on the last legs of like humanity.
Could I medically do anything for them? Or would I be able to tell that from where I am?
You're not for certain on what the medical ailment that they're suffering from. The most that you can kind of recognize is either old age or a couple different diseases. But you're more than welcome to try.
All right. Xander, with his mask on, just walks up to the group of the sickly people. How did they respond to his presence?
They seem very zombie-like, kind of just staring off, almost drooling or foaming at the mouth. They almost like are in a very low state of like a comatose.
I take out a little bit of the ration. I have take out one, like basically half a ration, and I put it on the table in front of them and see what they do.
One doesn't do anything. He's still zombie mode, but the other that seemed to have a little bit more movement slowly turns his head as he stares at whatever that ration is. A piece of bread, maybe some nuts or something. And then his hand, as quickly as he can move it, slowly moves it over as you hear kind of the leathery of the skin start to crackle. And his bones start to
Before he crackles and breaks, I put it in his hand.
He slowly kind of looks up at you. His eyes kind of grow wide, or he looks at the food in his hand and he brings it up to the mouth the best as he can. And as he's shoving it in his mouth, a lot of the pieces kind of just fall. And as he finishes chewing, he just kind of stares off into blank space.
Is there like a empty chair near them?
Yeah, so there's about 4 chairs at that table, and they are occupying only 2 of them.
All right, I swing it around, sit where the back of the chair is, like near my chest. I lower the mask and I ask, "You seem sick. What are you ailing from?"
The one that is still comatose kind of state doesn't do anything. The one that actually took the food from you slowly turns his gaze towards you, and he starts speaking a language you've never heard before, very slowly, and it's like a very dry and hoarse voice.
I take out a healer's kit and I point at it, and then I gesture towards his body.
He brings up both hands as best as he can, making 2 fists, and kind of puts it to the middle of his chest. And if you give me an insight check, you can try to see what he's trying to mean by it.
Alright. Fuck. Can I guidance myself, or will it even matter? 14.
Well, you didn't crit fail. And 14. Oh, that's right. I could do crit fails outside combat. So 14.
I thought crit fails were only in combat.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I said. I don't do them outside combat. At least in this campaign. You sense that he's trying to mean something greater than anything physical, but within him, and something very important that everyone has and everyone needs to survive.
Fuck. I kind of just put my hand on his shoulder, do a little prayer under my breath, and walk away. Back to my group. Put on my mask.
At this point, Evander is sipping from the Elwood wine bottle he received from Drex's funeral.
It tastes very good. It's probably going to be the most tastiest thing you'll find here.
Xander extends his hand towards Evander for the bottle.
I give Xander one of the bottles he gave me.
So you now have a bottle of Elwood.
No, he gave me one of the flower wines. Is that what
Yeah.
you meant?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Flower wine. Xander's flower wine.
I just pull another one out of my pack and I wiggle it, and then I go sit down.
I set the one I was going to give him on the table.
Couple minutes go by unless you guys do anything. No.
Scoping the place out. Other than the overall, like, hey, I have no idea how like normal conventions are here. Does anybody stand out to me among the rabble?
You do see two individuals, just as you're kind of scoping out the place, trying to get a feel for it. As they walk in, they seem a lot nicer dressed, a lot more well dressed than every other patron of the inn. And they walk in and they kind of sit there crossing their arms as they stare down the bartender behind the counter.
They're just like boring their gaze into him.
Give me an insight. You've seen many instances like this before, typically in very urban settings. Very mafioso style.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
demeanor.
I see. When you say that they're more nicely dressed than the other people, what are they
Basically
wearing?
From rags from like the other people in there, rags.
Rags and stuff. Are they like wearing like
These
what
people
we
are
call?
wearing like clothes,
Okay.
just like common clothes here. The other people, these clothes, barely, barely even count as, a drab. The two husk-like people in the corner don't even have shoes.
Right. Okay.
The bartender from behind starts speaking a language that none of you seem to understand, at least at this moment. He kind of holds up one finger, insinuating, wait 1 moment, please. And he shuffles through. He starts scooping off all these little gold pieces into a bag. He scurries over to them, and with two hands, he kind of pulls it out, and they take it. And then he kind of puts both hands together in like a praying motion and trying to bows and backs up many times. One of the individuals that took the money kind of does like a 2-finger salute as an adios, and they turn around and they walk out.
Between sips of wine, Evander will note that he's curious to the lingua franca here.
So you're just trying to note the local language, or at least what you've heard so far?
Just like to the people sitting around him, be like, I wonder what the language is they're speaking.
So far inside this establishment, you've heard 2 different languages. One very much matches somewhat of common, right? So there's some words snuck in there that you understood.
Mhm.
However, the sentence was so short that you couldn't really gather anything from it. It was
Right.
the individual who sat down at the bar and then just ordered something very quickly.
And the other one I could tell was like a completely like stark different language.
Yes.
Okay,
It was very gruff, very mean sounding.
I see.
Slightly resembled Orcish, kind of like in the pitch and kind of demeanor of the language, but other than that, has no other correlation with it or relation to it. But it's the best way to kind of describe it. There's a really a big strength behind the tone.
Right.
Yep, that word's in. Minutes slowly drag on to hours, unless you guys do anything.
I Thermatargy whisper to the barkeep and ask if we could have some help.
You see, his eyes go very wide, and he kind of, where he was in the slash before, straightens up and kind of perks. And he scurries over to your table and he puts both hands down. He goes, "You speak Elohim?"
Kind of just lifts up the mask a little. Yes, we do.
Ah. This language is long forgotten. I thought I may be the only one. Where do you come from?
Wow, I forgot the plane of existence. Which one is it, guys?
Material plane?
Just the material plane?
You can say Faerun, Sword Coast,
Oh,
wherever.
Faerun, I believe it was.
I never heard of such a place. How you get here?
To be honest, I don't know. I died and I was here.
The vendor would speak up at this and say, we was sent here by someone who can just kind of do that thing at will.
He has a very puzzling look as he scratches his chin. Archmage.
Bigger than that.
He kind of gets that Jack Sparrow, like, what the fuck look when his ship is moving. No. How long you been here?
How long did it take us to get to the gate?
A couple hours.
Less than a day.
New. You have coin?
We have a coin apiece.
Mm-hmm. Keep. Do not spend. You need 7 to take to Prince.
Does this prince have a name?
No. Prince change all time.
How often?
By week, sometimes longer, sometimes shorter. Depends on what. And he kind of looks around. Gary's plans are.
Does that one frequent this place?
No. He's too much for such small. And I'm speaking very broken, but the words that's kind of what you understand, and there's other mixtures of words in there that are non-distinguishable.
Who are the most important people in the city?
Hmm. Most important.
And I mean people you would need more than 7 coins to see.
More than 7.
Something that may not require coins, but something else.
No, everything coin. Everything. Greed runs this place. You have no greed, you die.
Who's the greediest one you can think of?
Sorry, my mom just gave me super hot salsa. One sec.
Let's start singing. Everybody's so quiet.
I don't know why, but when we started, I got extremely tired.
I'm not tired. I'm just trying to play my character.
Also, Gurgur has no idea what to do.
Well, I've been back. Sorry.
You good?
What did you just continue where you left off?
Oh, I just asked who's the greediest one you can think of.
Around here? Smig. Very crazy. Not stable. Used to be Balsaraf. Very crazy.
Does his name ring a bell at all?
History. You've heard the name, you can't put anything to it.
I pull out the book and begin thumbing through it.
As you thumb through the book, I believe somewhere in there it will actually state that the Balsaraf are a group of people, almost like a nation.
Will you spell what it is? Ah, thank you. So you said these. Let's see. Oh, okay. Look at the innkeep. Do they hold any sway here anymore?
He have more than 7 coin. Does not choose to leave.
Does this one use magic of any kind?
Magic. Magic. You no archmage here.
Just curious. Look,
You like
everybody.
Snake. You can talk to him. He knows much more. But keep open eye.
And what is this language that you all speak?
This language, Elohim. Close.
How would Go ahead.
Close to what you speak, slight difference.
How do we learn?
Ah, you be taught. Maybe for a small price. Not many speak Elohim anymore. Pacifist language. So I'm actually about to just pull up the list of languages. Because I believe there are some that translate directly. It's just a matter of you guys finding people that speak it. Yep. So all the human language are different, except Elohim is very close to common, but obviously different, so you can understand bits and pieces. That's why I speak in very broken English. And there's a couple other that directly translate. It's just a matter of finding them.
I am guessing a price would be part of the coin.
Mm-hmm. Most split to 8 pieces.
Does gold have any sway in this place?
Not token?
Not even to be melted down and crafted into items.
Smart, but no. Most want way out, token only way. Get 7. Leave.
Well, let's get 7. And he kind of addresses the group. Each.
Something tells me that's going to be very difficult.
It's not like we have a choice.
To the innkeeper, did they give you a name, or did you keep yours?
I keep.
What do they call you?
Tisk.
Write it down.
Did you say Tesk?
I turn to Tusk. How is thievery and murder looked at in this city?
If happen, no eyes to see. If caught, death forever. No way.
I point to the basically corpses sitting in the back. What's wrong with them?
Did not get 7 in enough time. Soul whittle away.
How long is not enough time?
Every person different. How much will do you have?
Just looks at the necklace. Enough.
Then you have long time.
Is there anything else that would be beneficial to know?
Don't lose hope. And don't waste what you turn in your coins for.
Out of curiosity, since you're obviously a businessman, how much coin do you have?
I make, but I give most every day.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Some have more than 7. Stay, because no life on top. Or make one wish.
Do you wish to return?
I have tried. Made one wish.
What would be the... I know I'm saying this as coins are nothing, but easiest way to get these tokens?
Trade.
What do people need most then?
Favors.
Do you say papers?
Favors.
Favors. Would there happen to be a guild that deals in favors then?
You just have to ask who you see. Maybe they give you small pieces of bait. Just to let you know, what is Micker's doing? Because we're big Pirates of the Caribbean fan.
Nothing wrong with that.
Or we could just take an entire coin from someone.
Alright, did you say that in character?
No, I'm saying that as a response to what he said. Need 7 pieces of 8, or we could just take the entire coin from someone.
Well, we need 7 coins apiece.
Which are normally each split into 8
8
pieces,
pieces.
of what you gather.
Yeah, we need 7 pieces of 8.
So since the coin is worth so much, and that is kind of the only currency around here, people cut it into pieces, or break it into pieces to use for transactions.
Oh, okay.
I believe that's happened throughout history around, I think the Civil War, they actually did that to the South.
Yeah, it was
Their,
Confederate
coin went-
promises, right?
Yeah, because their coin, their currency went so bad that it was crazy, because it was basically worth their weight in whatever material, where the paper trail of the money, you know, you could have thousands and thousands of bills, and they couldn't buy you a loaf of bread.
He looks human?
Oh yeah, he looks straight human. The
Okay.
racial features are a little different, but from what you gather, this guy is straight human. You see a lot of humans, you know, dwarves, things of that nature. The most basic fantasy races, things that, you know, started off in D&D. You don't see dragonborns, you don't see halflings, you don't
Yeah.
see the more exotic races. I'd say tieflings, but I mean, there is a demon population here, or infernal population here. But you actually haven't seen any of them yet. But if you do, you might not see tieflings, but you might accidentally, mistake that site for one.
Tesk, who were the men that came to visit you just a bit ago?
Oh. They give me loan to have building, to make coin. I pay. Or I no leave.
Are they a security? Are they more just the owners of the building?
They give me loan, much like bank, but not nice if you can't pay.
Do they like to have favors done for them?
Yes, but very secretive.
So contacting them isn't the easiest thing.
If you have nimble fingers, should not be issue.
Do groups like them exist in the city? Other groups?
Many groups, them much more rich, no choose to leave after 7. Don't know why. Other groups more just band together to keep sanity. Most people sheep like to follow.
Which group is easiest to work with? At least by your judgment.
Easiest as in nice, easiest as in payment.
Payment.
There's a woman, used to be great leader up top. Mercenary. Used to work for Guild of 9. Her name, Rowana.
Could you spell that? Okay.
Do people pay for medical care around here?
Most see sick, wait for them to die to take coin. Understand greed is what runs everyone's emotions, not sympathy.
So the sick would pay to stay alive?
Maybe. Most times, sick have no coin left. That's why they're sick. Lost hope, soul whittles away.
Is there a secure place to keep the coin?
On your person, some hide coins elsewhere.
He looks to the rest of the group, Gregor, Desh, and Misery. Any questions from you?
One sec.
Nope.
Oh, and Sarkin. Yeah.
Sorry, my vape died.
Does not make any verbal response.
I'm just gonna put the gold piece in Electrum because we don't use that shit.
That's a great idea.
Do we
actually.
have our other coins?
Wait,
Or did all our normal wealth just disappear?
these coins are supposed to be like bigger coins.
Yeah,
They're like
they're
the
not
size of a
small.
doubloon, right?
No, yeah.
I don't actually know what the size of a doubloon is.
Do we have our normal wealth or no?
Yeah, you still have that.
That doesn't seem to do shit here, huh?
No.
trying to think
I
of a
asked,
good
even melting
ways
it down
to,
wouldn't do anything.
size of the coin. I don't actually know how big a doubloon is, but this thing would take up a majority of an average person's palm if they had it.
So,
I'd say like a third of your palm if you hold it out in front of you. If you have decent sized hands. At least.
you know the public school protractors? You put two of them together? Is that basically it?
Nope, don't know. Coin is bigger than normal gold coin. That's all you really kind of need to know.
I imagine it is one of these taking up, a majority of your palm. Those look fairly large.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the idea. And that's kind of, what they look like.
Right. The designs on them, are they ornate or is it just like a mashed coin?
It's ornate, and it has the symbol of Mammon on it. And I don't remember what the symbol of Mammon is off the top of my head. For right now, until I remember or find. What the fuck is this shit?
Symbol of Mammon is the circle with, it's the Zodiac Killer thing.
Oh, that's cool. If you find what it is, it's somewhere. I just don't remember off the top of my head. But I believe Mammon is the symbol of also a certain civilization. So what you're gonna kind of get, until I give you guys a more specific answer, is a kind of star with a flower-like structure inside the middle. And on either side of the coin, it seems to be fiendish-like individuals.
Karkak Soldesh suddenly drops his arms from their crossed position, stands up straighter than he has been, and makes to leave the inn.
Where are you going?
He's walking toward the door.
Okay. You walk toward the
Whisper to him, where are you going?
I am a warrior and a craftsman. I will gain the coins one way or another. And he walks out of the place. And he's going to look around town for a smithy area, because he still has adamantine in his belongings. And he has his blacksmith's tools. And he is a master craftsman. And can make shit that some of these fucking idiots have never seen in their existence.
Bold words, Dragon Man.
But he
Xander kinda
also
laughs.
can fight. And there's probably an arena here. One would assume there probably is.
Jay does love the gladiator.
Dude,
setting.
it makes total sense. What would a hopeless place, what would one game that all places like that would probably have? Blood sports, dude. For the coins, the pieces of 8, I'm sure. So After thinking and listening to them talk enough, he knows how he's going to get the shit, and that's how. It's too easy.
Evander, did you not get that? When I started this, it was straight up.
No,
just
no, I
Evander.
know. That's why I said that.
Oh, sarcasm. Got it.
Sarcasm
Yeah.
in the
Okay.
chat. As
You know
that
what?
was my next thought, Xander would laugh at the comment that Desh has made of fighting. Is there fighting pits that pay coin?
Dude, Desh is walking out like he knows there already are, man.
Well, it's better to
so
ask somebody who knows.
Dash, I'm gonna pause your thing, right? But go ahead. You can try to do perception or investigation to find where smithy or kind of forge areas are, and then
Why would I need to do that? I can ask a passing Velor.
you could do that too. But from what you've seen, they pay no mind to the city's citizens.
Or ask one of the hopeless looking sheep that wander the streets. Ask a few of them.
Okay. Well, then we'll pause as you kind of walk out and you're trying to search for, a good target to ask that question. Sander,
Yeah.
what were you saying? You
I-
asked about fighting?
Yes, because in correlation with how Desh was like, I'm gonna go find a fighting pit, and I just asked the person we've been talking to this entire time if there's a fighting pit and where it would be located and if they pay the coins.
Ah. Warrior spirits? There's many. Some watched by nobility, others witnessed by the prince. Careful though. Some warriors, I guess, take notice or taken notice of and melded into something more. But might not be worry free.
Where's the best one located?
Mental Grand Arena? But maybe a good idea to talk to Bucky first. To get name in.
He looks to the rest of his companions. Do you want to fight for them?
Grigor shrugs.
Misery smashes her axe on the table. You mean I can just kill things and we can get out of here?
It's what greed is drive. Take
She
one.
smirks a bit. Then I guess I'll be the greediest one out of all of us.
But
Kill them all.
kill only in arena. Kill outside Bayward. Forever. Seen happen many times.
That's what I was talking about. We're talking about the arena, right?
Of course. Fair warning is all.
Yeah. I'll just kill them all in the arena.
Maybe I watch. But talk to Bookie. Smig, good one. Next door. Kinda crazy though.
What does Smig like, aside from coin pieces?
Good jokes.
Oh, if only Sark was here!
If only, if only.
Can we? Is he?
Is Sark not coming tonight or something?
He's away from his
Supposed
computer
to
right
be.
now.
Well, we could
PTS and-
delay and say small for longer words. No, but Smig is made to be the heckling type for Sark.
Xander Sauls, Cody, officer said Sark, are you coming?
Maybe he'll hear it. I don't know.
I think yes, he is. Damn it, leave me alone. Let me finish.
No, I definitely heard it on my speakers.
I heard it through my
It
headphones.
was like super loud.
Yeah.
Sark!
Mother, I think I did that last night. Motherfucker,
Yeah.
wake up. Wakey, wakey.
Yeah. Wiki wiki.
Do you fall asleep again?
Maybe.
Probably.
But you guys can continue, and maybe I'll just throw in some Sark, or if you guys want to, throw in some Sark words, something he would say. And if it's something he wouldn't do, we just retcon it.
Yeah.
Try to use your guys' characters the most, but this character is supposed to be kind of the Sark connection here.
He's got a shield now that actually helps him.
So, talk to Smig.
Seems fair. I had half a mind to do that anyway. However, it was nice speaking with you.
Oh yes, come back if you need bed. I charge very small for you, my friends.
I will take a piece of my coin and give it to Tesk.
So you begin to cut out a piece.
Yeah.
Okay. An eighth, right?
Yep.
He snatches it very quickly. Ah, thank you. Thank you. I remember. Room here for you. All right.
I don't give him a coin, but I take out a full bottle, because I have like 5 of them, from my collection of nectars, and I just give it to him. Alcoholic for you.
Alcoholic for me? Like you set a person on the table that's an alcoholic?
No.
I got
Break English like he's breaking English.
Yeah, it would still be alcohol. You just skip the, conjunction.
This beverage is alcoholic, and it's for you, is what I was trying to do.
And I have procured it for you.
Alcohol for you, my friend.
And for you, procured, I have.
Alright, Yoda.
Yes.
Alcohol.
Yoda. No, but he takes it. He kind of looks at it inquisitively. He's like, not much pay for service without coin. Weird, but like, thank you.
No worries. It has like a if he even knows what a nightshade flower is, that's what it has on the side.
Oh god, don't kill him.
Wait, you said nightshade flower?
Yep, but all of them are not poisonous.
Okay.
All the nectars I make aren't poisonous. It's just this is the drink I drink because of
I got you.
being.
It took me a second. I was like, wait a minute. I must have heard that. Milk of the poppy.
Nightshade.
It must be a nightshade extract that isn't deathly poisonous.
Well, I think I don't know. Because I've never been to Faerun. I plan on going if I can, if that ticket ever opens up. But, there's like a lot of poisonous dishes, like, with fish and, obviously alcohol. And if you cook it, that is kind of evaporated away or nulled the effect of. Maybe it's something
Pufferfish.
like that. Yeah, something like that process. Who knows?
Who knows? Xander just has a nectar on hand.
Anyways, you've received that information. Jump over to Dash. See many people walking. You see some people walk with purpose, kind of stature is good, maybe a little confident, and some just seem to have lost all hope.
Okay, he smells the air. What smells are here anyway?
It's a big smell of like dust and kind of, I don't know the word, and this is such a crazy word to use. Dankness, I guess?
Yep. Does he smell fire or metal?
Perception, sir.
Carriage sheets acting screwy. Hold up.
Yeah, that was happening to me last night. Like, everything was super fucking slow. I don't know what it was.
Probably not.
You do smell what you would recognize as like scalding embers. You pinpoint the direction of, but not how far away.
Okay.
And since I don't have a map, I'm just going to tell you that you know what direction it is, and you continue down that. So this whole city is kind of built on like a circle, and then streets that lead in.
Did we level up?
Did you?
Yeah, we leveled up. We are at level 9 now.
Would he have those benefits or no?
What benefits? Sorry.
Of a level.
Yeah, if you leveled up, by all means, go.
Okay.
That's, you know, the whole point of. I'm not gonna rob that of you just because you guys are here.
Roll me a D12, bro.
Let me just have you know, the last two that I've rolled
rolled ones.
Roll me a
ones.
D12, bro.
Oh.
Roll me a D12.
You rolled 2, didn't you?
No,
That's
he rolled
what-
2 ones.
That's better than what I got, so it doesn't matter. 4 is better than 2.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
true.
I thought he rolled a straight 7.
No, that's with my +5, dog. So 4 is better than 2.
Hey Jay, roll me a D8.
All right, 1 second, John. Just a
Yeah,
basic
do it.
outline of the road structure of this place.
Okay. Once you're done doing what you're doing.
Since I have an idea of the map that I want planned, but obviously I haven't made it yet. So.
You know, you could have just done alt click with the draw shape and done circles.
No.
Yeah.
You didn't know how to scroll the map yesterday, so.
Most of the time it doesn't work, and I can't right click, and sometimes I can't even scroll, so I have to go over to the scroll bar and scroll down from there. So yeah, that's why I do that. Oh god.
At level 9, you get another proficiency bonus.
Yeah, you get +4.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah. Also, I'm a level 9 mystic now. I get to choose another discipline.
A
Well,
good way to remember it is every time you gain an ASI, the next level is an increase in proficiency.
Yeah.
Well, I move faster now
Oh.
too, and I attack more, so that's good. My movement speed is now 40 feet, sir.
Fuck. Before we leave, I do have one last question for our new friend, but you can do Dash's thing first, obviously.
Okay, so I was rolling perception and I proceeded, but don't know how far.
No, you didn't know how far, but you knew the general direction.
Awesome. I stop a passerby and ask about the craft area of the city and fighting arena.
You choose a specific language to speak.
Well, yeah, I'm probably getting, if I'm not mistaken, I'm probably getting at least a few weird looks because I don't see any other Dragonborn here, do I?
No, actually you don't.
Yeah.
Like, at all.
Yeah, I'll speak in the Draconic tongue. Just in case, because that's a common language for learned people to know.
The first individual you approach and you speak this language looks at you very oddly. And then just kind of shoves, or not shoves off. That would be rude.
It's all.
kind of just scurries. Oh, God damn it! There's a road like that now, guys. Just let you know.
I love it. That's the road that Gregor will love the most.
But it seems that people aren't taking on to the Draconic language.
Okay, and common is not spoken, right?
You heard a very broken version of Common when you were inside that inn, but as he said, not many speak that language anymore. And he called it Elohim. I'll spell that for you, by the way. I mean, your character wouldn't know how to spell it, but for your record.
No, I know how to spell Elohim. I also know what it means. Out of the game, of course. I'm talking about the real Elohim, yeah. It's like Adonai as well. Very similar word. Well, fuck it. No, there's a language barrier. Awesome. Cool. He will cast Beast Sense as a ritual.
If you could link that for me, because I don't know it off the top of my head.
Amusingly enough, it just on the character sheet it just says you can cast Beast Sense and speak with animals as rituals. It doesn't actually specify what those are or do. So shit. It is okay. Hold on.
Fun fact: it's not a compendium.
I know it's from the wiki, but that's the actual spell.
Okay, who is this beast?
I think I'm doing the wrong spell then. I confused myself.
Trying to do like comprehend languages or something?
Disregard. No, I'm actually trying to find animals to talk to.
You don't see any.
Yeah, I forgot the Beast Sense did that. It lets you sense through a beast or something like that, don't it?
Yeah. It's Eyes of the Beast,
Yeah.
basically.
Completely useless.
Your languages to me so I can see if you actually understand?
It's just common, draconic, and Primo Drake is what he speaks.
You're not recognizing any languages being spoken. So as you're kind of walking around, I'll allow the party to exit the inn if they so choose.
So if he can't understand anything, he's going towards the smell.
Okay. And just say the smell. You guys are like here, right? But the smell is somewhere down this way. So Dash, you could drag your character token on and just move where your character is.
Yeah,
Two.
J.
Yes.
I just need a new sheet and then I can do the rest from there.
So is this circular maze looking thing the city itself or what?
Yeah, I'm about to move it to the map layer though. That right now, because damn it, I accidentally moved that way too far. Because I don't have a map drawn out. This is just the road structure.
Oh, okay. So where's the inn?
I wish there was a stamp tool.
And the smell is which way? Okay. He's walking on that road then.
Alrighty.
I like how there are 3 markers for the inn.
I'll let you guys mark as you want.
You already put the party marker there.
Well, that's where you guys are. Unless you guys split up. So,
Make Dash's token smaller.
J.
yeah.
Character sheet for my new discipline, please. Because sadly I get a new one at level 9 and that's a lot of work. So I'm going to be just following the group while I'm setting this up. Cool.
I'm gonna go ahead and move it in the mystic folder.
I'll let you do that before I mess with it.
Alright, there you go.
Cool, thanks.
Alright, so you guys leave the inn, right?
I got 2 questions before I leave. I'm gonna ask him.
Okay, go ahead.
I go to him. Would you happen to understand any of these? And I speak Celestial and Abyssal. See if he, or if he has heard anybody speak them.
What order do you speak those in?
Abyssal first, and then Celestial.
So as you're speaking Abyssal, he kind of just shakes his head at the foulness of the sound. And then when you speak Celestial, he grasps your hand really quick and goes, shh. No.
Is there something wrong?
Anybody here seen The Fifth Element?
Yeah.
I would
Is
certainly
that-
hope we all have.
I
That's
believe
an amazing
Celestial-
movie.
I believe Celestial sounds like that one chick singing. That's kind of how I picture Celestial. The blue chick, you know, how she would sing? That's probably
yeah.
similar to
I
how
can see it.
Celestial sounds. Super tonal and light and upbeat and stuff.
It's very harmonic and stuff
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like basically people singing in a church.
I watch too much Supernatural.
Yes, those beings not welcome in here.
Very controversial.
It's a big word.
Good for him.
And it translated perfectly. Um, someone make me a give me an intelligence check, Xander. You've been listening to this individual for a long time.
Only Xander.
Oh, actually,
Yeah.
everyone that's listening, give me like a learning check, right?
So
Because I am tired of speaking in broken English.
Oh, nice. Xander.
Evander,
Whole 0 plus.
Can
Zero.
I guidance myself?
sure.
I mean, like, yeah, you'd be the only one that.
14.
Hey, I still got the highest, sadly. Actually, I rolled.
So,
I rolled what Xander got.
Gregor and Xander and yeah. As I'm speaking, right? So you other people, you other people, you guys sound like lesser beings. Evander, it sounds the exact same to you. You actually kind of stopped being able to translate certain words. Nah, just kidding. But you guys have no gain in your knowledge, but you others, you guys start to make connections between words that sound very, very similar. And now I'm just going to start speaking normally.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I was tired of it.
Yeah, it's very gappy.
You have to commit, man. You can't just blow us off like that. Like I committed to that character last night.
I cannot blame him for that, for skipping.
I
on
spoke
doing
in,
that.
I had to speak in broken English and broken French for like 9 months of my life, and I don't want to do it anymore. Especially when they all look at you and go, my friend, deal for you. Yes. Very good. No, dude. No. $10 for a Red Bull? No. Okay. 50 cents. What? Do you know how to have it?
Sounds good. 50 cents.
Did they go from $10 to 50 cents?
Yeah, this one I was in Djibouti. Djiboutian francs aren't worth shit compared to the dollar. But anyways, he's like, have you heard the story of the original angels?
That would be a no.
Mm.
I try my best to speak, like, kind of trying to learn the language.
Do I at least pick up on the word angels?
Yeah. That one you kind of are like, oh yeah, that sounds like angels. That would be the connection. In the beginning, there was the One. He was all powerful and had the power of creation, and he made himself a realm of his own called heaven. No one knows why. Some would assume that maybe he got lonely or wanted to see the true extent of his powers. So he made 21 other beings with the power of creation. And these beings he gave the name angels. These were the original. Most worship them as gods in today's society in Erebus. But of the 21, something happened, and they began to fall from grace, as they aligned themselves with the evil one, Aegares, as he did not want to give up the power of creation after the One asked them to stop creating.
What were the angels' names?
I begin to recite from the book, each one, quietly.
Like to yourself or to answer
To
Xander's
Xander.
question? So I'm going to say that he starts reading them and then you start to recite, and he kind of looks at you inquisitively. So he goes, Lugus, who is the angel of light, Serona, who's the angel of wisdom, and then I would assume Evander would pick up somewhere, possibly reading from this book he has directly.
Out of character, that means you fucked yourself, Evander, and have to read the shit out loud.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, I can just copy and paste it in the chat.
That sounds good.
Or that.
I'm going to go
Just-
ahead and read the fallen angels, though, because I feel some of those are important.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So
From,
he
Xander
interrupts Evander at a point. He goes, yes, but the fallen angels are Camelos, who's the angel of peace, who would become the angel of war. Aaron, who's the angel of strength, who would become the angel of rage. Saradwin, who's the angel of stars, who would become the angel of magic. Amon, is the angel of foresight, who would become the angel of greed. Usis was the angel of trust, who would become the angel of deception. Molkarn
Chuckle.
was the angel of ice, who would become the angel of winter. And Aegares. And before he says Aegares, he looks around, who's the angel of hope, who would become the angel of despair. There's much more history that I could give you, but it seems that one of your compatriots may already know the beginning of time in Erebus. Are you not from Erebus? This is, a children's story that was told to all the kids before they went to sleep their whole life. Yeah, as I look at your faces, it seems some of you are surprised or grasping that knowledge for the first time.
For me, it's first time.
I've seen the names. I've read them. I know bits and pieces. Up to the age of rebirth, it would seem.
You're many years off then.
Well, this is more of a history book.
Many things have happened. Some things, or most things, need to come to an end.
The bard told me that Erebus is in trouble. Is this true?
It depends on what you look at trouble. Erebus is like a being of life. All things are born, all things live, all things expire. I believe Erebus's time has come to its end, before the one will be reunited on this plane of existence, and everyone lives in a world of peace for millennia. Sadly, I didn't live long enough to make it there, and now I'm stuck here because of my actions that took place when I lived up above. I chose to put money in my business before my family, and in turn, they starved and died. Funny, I thought hell was a place to where I would learn to or seek forgiveness for what I have done. Yet when I come here, the only thing that seems to be driving me now is greed. Which is the same reason I believe I was sent here in the first place. Very twisted sense.
Is it though? To be greedy and sent to the domain of the angel of greed? Where greed perpetuates itself?
It's just growing up, you learn hell is a place of torment and a place to where your transgressions you had in your life are to be paid. Yet I come here and I don't seem to be looking for forgiveness, but I continue to do the sin that I committed up above. I'm missing the word I want to say that would make that make sense, but hopefully that makes sense.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Just like a word, it's like we can't.
Like you want to say irony, but you know it's not irony.
Okay, when I said irony the other day, that was ironic. Like, that statement that I said was ironic. I looked it up because that really bothered me for the rest of the night.
Since you're down here
Are you
suffering.
saying it was ironic that you said irony, or that
No,
the statement was
no.
ironic?
The statement was ironic, but
Oh, okay.
you know that's obviously in the past. But yeah, there's a word I'm looking for. Hopefully, what I said does make sense though.
Yeah.
To a way, kind of like, you know, in our version, you know, Christianity, when you go to hell, it's like, you know, punishment for what you have done. Where, you know, it's like, I'm going to prison for murdering someone, and when you go to prison, they're like, you are now forced to murder for hundreds of years.
Right. You're perpetuating your sin. I mean, that's what this plane of existence is. It's a perpetuation of greed.
Yeah. So to him, what you gather is that didn't really make sense in his eyes. He thought I was greedy. His thought process was, I was greedy up above. When I came here, I was supposed to know, you know, the ultimate version of like being poor, of having no wealth, not being able to gather it, not being able to use my greed or defeat it.
Well, then he was just assuming that's how hell worked, and it doesn't.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. In its most simplest terms, by the way, hell is nothing more than the total absence of the presence of the Lord. That's one interpretation, meaning you cannot feel the divine in you at all. That's like the simplest interpretation of hell, which would kind of suck because, you know, in life you can feel them sometimes. So if you couldn't ever feel that at all, that would kind of suck balls. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So he basically said that Erebus is due for the one coming back and making everything right again.
Yes, the pure or the ultimate separation of evil from the angel's creation.
I see.
Sander looks back at the husks that are people. Does it hurt?
Sorry, does what hurt?
When you lose all hope and begin to wither away.
The separation of soul is not an enjoyable thing
I knew it.
to.
I knew that you were soulless, dude. I knew it.
Oh, did I? I haven't said that yet.
No, you.
Oh yeah, it's because he failed the insight. That's right.
Yeah, they're soulless.
Yeah, it's. I mean, they're probably not soulless to yet. The individual you saw in the alleyway where he's not moving whatsoever, yeah, that guy's probably soulless. But these guys, they have that last sliver. They're on their last brink. The separation of one's soul from the body is not an enjoyable experience. I would assume that it's a complete loss of self. So, in all things, you wouldn't even know who you are anymore. While maybe it's not physically painful, mentally, I believe it would be agonizing.
Do the mortal or material forms disappear when they're completely gone?
So, I'm assuming you don't know. When you're so far out from the city, yes, you are in ethereal form, spirit-like. But once you walk into the gates of this city, somehow, some way, I don't know, it's way above me, you're reunited with your physical self. And you're forever trapped here until you gather 7 pieces of 8 to cash them in for a wish. Some are fed by their greed and their wish becomes tainted, so they never escape. Some simply wish for the wrong things.
What did you wish for?
I wish to be reunited with my family.
Just kind of drops his head a little bit.
And my request was made. Not in the way I saw.
It's the beauty of making a wish. It's all about the perspective of the wish giver.
Simply, I remember showing up and there were some stipulations on what I could wish for or would not be granted. And I let my greed and desire for the loss of my family run rampant. Rampant. Thinking on it now, I would have wished either for them to have a happy life or somehow phrasing the wish for me to return to Erebus to spend my last days with them. Tricky the stipulations are. Once I get my 7, I have a plan for what I am to say.
How long did it take you the first time?
The first time took me about a year. But I've seen people gather their wishes, or not their wishes, the coins a lot faster. It's just how much are you willing to risk? You die here, there is no coming back. You are gone, cast to oblivion. Some of us don't want to make that risk. Others are willing to take that risk for the time to get the coins.
Is magic forbidden here?
Can you cast magic?
How did you think I whispered to you?
I don't know what place you come from, but the place I come from, magic is only reserved for those who are mages, who are taken from a young childbirth and trained. Obviously, wherever you come from, magic is much more prevalent.
He chuckles.
I cast Minor Illusion to create an image of one of the coins on the table.
When you cast your spell,
Mhm.
you will need to make a whatever your spell casting ability modifier is, a saving throw for that to see if it takes effect.
It's a cantrip
Yeah, but
There is
how
no
this place is working,
modifier.
we'll use your spell
Just use
casting
it, okay.
modifier. Yeah, because it's a lot harder. Okay, that's a pass. So you cast it, and it slightly flickers and then takes form. Where normally, when you would cast it, it would just, boom, there. Neat. There's a couple other archmages I have seen here, but most don't stay here very long. I would assume you guys won't stay here long either.
It'd be nice.
Good.
Seems some of our companions, he looks at Misery, are disinterested.
She's asleep.
Yes, I know. As for the fellow who left, seems to be in even bigger hurry than we are. Being alone in a city you've never been to. I hope he's okay.
He looks over at Evander, touches the side of his temple, and tries to contact Deshthru's tattoo.
You're gonna have to make whatever your spell casting ability modifier is. Saving throw.
Okay.
15 is pass.
Dash, are you there?
Well, what level was that spell?
The tattoo?
Oh, it's the tattoo?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. But future reference here, how it's going to work. Obviously, it might change if you're granted the ability to. It's going to be just DC 15 of whatever your thing is. I'm just going to put X. And +1 per spell letter. Yours is going to be weird, but I guess yours would be the same DC 15 base, and then per psi point spent, something like that.
Do we notice that there seems to be like a dampener put on our spellcasting abilities?
Once you tried it, you did notice when you cast that illusionary effect. That's where the flicker came in. Because, as you know, if you casted it up above, it would, immediately take effect. Here, it flickered, and it's obviously it's a cantrip, and you're, almost very confident in your ability to cast such a minuscule spell.
Cool. So, you say there are archmages within the city. They don't stay long. Do you know of any still here? Because as though
Most-
we can cast magic. It just seems a bit off.
I'm sorry, say that again.
That we can cast, but it seems a bit off.
Oh, okay. Now, obviously, I do not know the arts of magic. I've heard of them. I heard of them in stories, but these other archmages you ask about, most tend to keep to themselves because they don't want attention coming to them. Understandably, you know, this is a place driven by greed, and knowing that someone so powerful was here would make others jealous.
True. But you seem to know of them.
I do. And they do not stay here long, whether that be they escape or are tricked and left to die. But there is one man that I know of that may be able to, you can speak to. He's not a man I would associate myself with.
Is it Vecna?
Fuck, no, it is not. That'd be, you have my eye.
That'd be fucking amazing.
I would like it back.
I
But
think you have something of mine.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You have my eye, I would like it back. But if I take it out, I die. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And then there are two of you, and now you have to fight to the death. The death. I mean, it would be kind of cool if he was trapped in one of these vaults somewhere.
Hello, I'm back.
Hello.
I had to go AFK. I thought I put that in chat.
I thought you said OOC.
Yeah, OOC.
Got a bio, but I don't know what bio meant.
That means use the restroom. Bio break. Biological.
Oh. Normally people say, I'm just used to, gotta piss. I got
I
it.
usually say I got shit.
He is very nice. Very nicely worded. But anyways, back to the story though. Where was I? Archmage. Not one I would associate myself with. Somewhat hard to
Am I at the
find.
smell yet? I'm just slowly moving my token closer
The
to
city
it.
is very big, but I'm about to cut to you after this conversation. But actually, it would be at this conjunction here.
Did Desh answer what?
I get to it. I'm typing it.
But
The tattoos are gone, right?
nope, they're there.
Oh, they are? Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were kind of embedded into your physical self, kind of your genetics. The tattoos originated from Eberron.
Did y'all get my thing in Discord chat about the only way to be resurrected is true resurrection because we left no corpses?
Yeah, but also I'm the DM. And I am by no means a real. Dude, I need to start saying this again. I am by no means a rules purist.
No, I mean from an outside source. If we get ourselves brought back, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if they want to bring us back, like Lily and Yaxiris, they would need true resurrection. That's what I'm saying.
I got you now. Yeah. But that means you might have missed the one thing. Somehow, some way, once you enter the city, you're reunited with your physical form. Trapped here.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. We don't have a body anymore
Oh, okay,
out
gotcha.
there for them to use. So they'd need. Wait a minute. Never mind. It wouldn't work at all because we're technically not dead again.
No.
If we're reunited with our body, then our soul is inhabiting our body. So resurrection spells wouldn't work on us because technically we're not dead.
Always the
Interesting.
one to put two and two and two and two together.
Who?
You.
You.
You're a logical thinker. You like to suss things out logically.
So our women are freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, they are.
Basically, Yeah. So I told you what happened.
Oh yeah, he answers after a pause. He's like, "To do what I know, I smell fire and metal. I head that direction." And that's his answer.
And as you get closer,
To
you
the
can actually
east.
hear the ting or tings. Is that the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, ting
Yeah.
works. Yeah, ting ping, ping ting ting, whatever.
Oh no, Lavender wasn't done. I guess I am. Well, because of you, Dash. Or was it Xander that was talking to me?
It was Xander talked to me.
Me and
over
Evander were
text,
both
yeah.
talking to you, basically.
Oh, Evander was
I
talking
had to go
to,
for 2 seconds.
Well, I'll
So
cut to
probably
you,
it was
Dash.
him.
talking to Jay.
Dash. As you
Yeah,
round
dude. I was role playing. I was like super deep in character, bro. I was role playing his own misery, with this whole situation. And then he just all of a sudden snapped out of it because I got the ideas myself. So that's what happened. But I was salty as fuck, just let you know, out of character. All right, let's go.
So, well, I'm glad you're back. As you round the corner, you now see a lot of forges and blacksmiths, weapon crafters, armor crafters.
Awesome. I observe. Are there the pieces of 8 being exchanged and shit, and weapons being given out?
Yes. You do see that? And you see the dwarven population over here is a lot more prevalent. But these dwarves look vastly different than the dwarves that you are used to. There seems to be 2 distinctions between the dwarves. There's a paler colored dwarf and a very, very tan dwarf with shorter hairs, more fair and thin. And obviously you got your husky dwarves, the typical dwarves, but they are, they are lighter. They have a lighter skin tone. The appearance of the one dwarves almost look halfling in nature, but they are slightly bigger.
Gotcha. So I observe. Are there any people doing rune crafting or anything like that?
No, it seems to be the most basic of, just crafting weapons.
I assess their skill levels. What do you want me to roll?
You can
Actual
roll
weapon
your... Yep.
Okay. Oh, that sucks. I should have just took a passive, which is 23.
That's a roll.
That's a shit roll.
You still do, you think that you accurately gauge the people around you, that you're at least the top 10% of the crafters here. And what you notice is that no one is actually crafting anything magical into their weapons.
Okay. But to do that, you need dragon shard essences, don't you? No, you don't.
There's other
It's
ways.
only
That's
with your
for
rune craft.
your rune crafting.
If you shoot for high enough on your regular craft, you can make it a baseline magical, right?
You can make it like
I think so.
+1, and you never got to the point to where you could like impute spells into it and stuff like that.
But I can make +1 weapons.
Yeah, you can make +1 and stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool.
I believe the +1s are only considered masterworked. Not magical, but I mean they still break through, creatures, resistances, and stuff like that. But for the sake of flavor, they aren't considered magical as masterworked. Rules and mechanics wise, yes.
Okay. Also, to observe, what is the? Are there any people that are getting more than one weapon? That's the first question. And 2, when those people gain their weapons, do they leave in the same direction? You see
Some
where I'm
people,
going with this, right?
you're trying to gauge where the gladiator or whatever arena population is going.
That's correct.
So what you see is some people, obviously they bring in, the equipment they already have to get repaired. Some, are making more, and people bring up wagons and they load the most basic of items into it, very shittily made, in exchange a very small amount of tokens or pieces.
They're fighting they're basically arming for the wars in hell, is what I'm guessing.
And you also notice the Baylor activity over here is a lot more. And some of the Baylors actually, are getting weapons as well.
Does anyone stick out in their craft?
Do you see one individual who is not a dwarf, or he seems to actually be a more exotic race of people, or she?
Ooh, is she a Gith?
She.
If she's a Gith, that would be cool, but probably not.
What's a GIF?
Gith are a cool race, dude. They're like actually two races in one.
Actually, I'm not.
Female Githyanki warrior. Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
Oh, please
Yeah,
let me pick what she is.
No, I already have an idea, but I want to look up Gith. D&D.
Remember?
Oh, Gith are the ones that wiped out the whatchamacallit.
Gith are the ones that Gith was an actual person.
Brains.
Gith was a person.
Or
Gith was the
I'm
name
thinking
of
Yankees.
No, yeah, Githyanki are the descendants of Gith. Gith was their.
There's the Githyanki and the Githzerai. Gith was a warrior queen, a warrior.
That's correct.
Princess,
a warrior queen. That's right. Who and the Githyanki and Githzerai sail the astral plane in ships and wield.
They're the ones that
aliens.
literally made the brain suckers nearly extinct.
Yeah, that's right, because they were enslaved by the Illithids.
Illithids, there we go.
They used to be one group of people, but then there was the proclamation of two sons, and they split into the Githyanki and the Githzerai.
Well, I'm not using it because I know not shit about what you guys are talking about.
No, it's really cool.
There's super cool psionic warriors
Yep.
are the Githyanki, and then the super cool psionic monks are the Githzerai. There's actually a Githzerai Zerth monster in the monster manual.
And
they're awesome. They're like one of the few things that make the Illithids shit their pants, pretty much.
Yeah, because they nearly wiped them out. The Illithids only lived because of the Underdark. But basically, they were wiped. The Illithids used to rule the entire plains. Like they used to dominate nearly all the plains.
Most of them.
Well, most of them. But then the Githyanki and can't remember what was. I already forgot the other one.
Oh.
Githzerai.
They were still just the Githyanki at first.
Yeah.
The Githzerai weren't actually technically.
They uprose, overthrew them, and then went even further, and then searched for the Illithids on the plains that they dominated, and wiped them out. And the Illithids went to their last safe haven, which was the Underdark.
Exactly. And the Illithid floating mind ships or whatever, whenever one of those gets activated again, the effing Gith go out of their way to destroy that shit.
I'm hearing a lot of lore that I don't understand.
Yeah.
Jay? Huh?
You said you're hearing a lot of lore you don't understand?
Yeah, this is a lot of lore I don't understand.
Why not?
Because I said
it's all-
female. And
You can be female.
It's
Just a
all
different,
real stuff.
I'm not using that Mortal Kombat.
It's
bitch.
just D&D lore,
So
dude. That's why you
cool.
probably don't know.
Melina,
Yeah. No, the chick with forearms.
Shiva,
Yeah.
No, it's the guy with forearms.
Goro.
Yeah.
Kali is the girl
Female
with forearms.
version.
Shiva. Kali is forearmed, I thought.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying the guy, but like a female version. Goro.
Anyways, you see this, this woman, and she is, very fair, and she has a bandana on. And as you kind of look closer, she looks, give me a nature check.
You're asking me for nature checks, dude? What's wrong with you? No, I'm just kidding.
Almost looks like a satyr. You notice the cloven hooves.
Oh,
Okay.
a satyr?
Sorry, said it wrong.
You're good.
But you notice the cloven hooves.
Okay.
And she seems to be sharpening a sword. And this is actually the most. This sword rivals your own ability, and it's not even magical. It's very pristine, very nice.
Cool. I'll look around at her stall. Do all the weapons match this craftsmanship?
She actually only has a couple weapons that she has, and they are made very, very elegantly.
How many, or never mind. Did anyone come to her stall to purchase anything?
A Baylor,
And how many pieces of 8 did he provide her for a weapon?
he gave her one token. Dun, dun, dun.
What, an entire coin?
Yep.
Wow, okay.
The sword
Actually,
that
I'm
you
just gonna get this
saw
done
that
quick.
was exchanged was something unlike you've ever seen before. While not noticing anything magical, it had an aura. Kind of baffled your mind a bit, very conflicting.
Yeah. Well, since I don't, well, I'll try I'll try greetings in the 3 languages I know to this woman.
Oh, fuck. Chris, I need your help. Give me your female voice acting.
Okay, what's up?
Here you go.
I was complimenting your female voice acting and how I'm shit at it, and I'm maybe going to need. Give me a tip.
No, that was it. That's how she
don't really
talks.
help because it's mainly the way I just think about how the voice moves through my throat and head.
Talk near the front of your mouth. That usually helps.
Thanks for the tip. Okay, but what do you do, Tess? Sorry.
I said I'd try greetings in the 3 languages I know. Common, Draconic, and Primodrag.
Common, Draconic, and Primo Jack. She looks up at you, and you just hear a chuckle.
So she doesn't say greetings back in any of those 3 languages.
She just
Cool.
laughs, and then she goes back to sharpening her blade, and she kind of eyes up at you.
He mutters under his breath in Draconic, then it shall be the language of steel. And he unwraps Dragon's Fury from himself and kind of holds it out in front of her. Not as if to give it to her, but as if to have her examine it.
She hops up, quitting the sharpen the blade, and she sets it down very gently. You see her go, She's kind of, leaning over. I assume you're holding it out with like 2 hands.
Yeah.
Then she looks up at you, kind of raising one eyebrow. And at this point, you notice that this individual is a tiefling.
Yep.
But not red, like she is, normal skin tone and stuff, but to like the cloven hooves and everything.
Yeah, she's an alternate tiefling. That's cool. They exist.
Her eyes are purple, very purple. Few of my female characters like all like very vibrant eyes. Don't
Yep.
know why. And then she's just kind of looking at you, making eye contact, raising one eyebrow.
Yeah, he'll nod and then point to himself and gesture back at the weapon.
Gesture at which weapon? Yours or hers?
My own or his own, to say as if, yeah, I made this type of signal. Yeah, what materials is she using to craft?
It's very black and almost as if light is become trapped in it.
Okay, I pull out a hunk of adamantine from my pack and hold it out.
She chuckles again. Very, is it coy? No. Very playfully chuckles.
Good lord,
Gonna get her too, man.
She's
Dish,
not
like,
flirting with you. It's just
no, I
her-
know. No, he like growls almost, man. His language barriers are frustrating as Schmitz.
Oh, then you will be very upset.
Oh yeah. So he gestures to the hunk of adamantine, and then to her the coin purse where she put the payment from the Baylorian, and then kind of like shrugs his shoulders since his face can't really like raise an eyebrow questioningly, so he'll like shrug his shoulders. Like, is this something you'd pay to have, type of thing?
She motions like, "Can I see?"
Yeah, sure. He'll let her take the hunk of adamantine. Which, you know, canonly speaking, it does say it is the hardest metal in existence, not just on the prime material, but in existence. I'm just reminding you of that, sir.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, though, I might, break some of that, but it would at least be, up there, because I might have made something one thing
Cooler.
above it. Yeah,
Xander comes up with a Vorpal sword, points the dash, points the sword. Haha.
but
Oh, yeah, you could probably get a buttload of pieces of 8 with the sword if you sold the sword, dude.
I'm quite aware.
she kind of like lifts it up and she's looking at it, and then she's like kind of tapping on it to test. She shakes her head. She hands it back to you.
Okay.
And then she looks at you and she kind of, tilts her head back and forth, left, right, kind of like she's thinking, kind of looking up at the corners. Makes eye contact with you, and then she goes, with her hand, she holds up one finger, and then she goes and holds up 3 fingers.
Did you cut out? You said she holds up one finger and then she goes, and then I didn't hear something, and then you
No,
said
she holds up one finger, and then, obviously drops that finger, and then holds up 3 fingers. Give me an insight.
Oh, I'm thinking that means 1 full piece and 3 fragments for the chunk I just let her hold.
You can give me an insight. Close. No cigar.
20.
You determine that she means 3 pieces of 1.
3 pieces of 1.
So 3/8 of a token.
3/8 of a token for a chunk of adamantine.
That's what she says to you.
The economy here sucks ass, sir, because I'm basically holding a fortune.
This is the place of greed.
I know, I'm just messing around. Okay, how about the +2 bastard sword he has? He holds that out and then shrugs his shoulders in the same manner.
And by the way, I did it backwards one last time, as I explained it. 3 pieces of 1. She would have held up 3 fingers and then 1. So this time she goes, She holds up 1 finger, stops, 1 finger.
So a +2 bastard sword is worth 1/8 of a piece.
Do you want to judge her sanity, Dash?
That's crazy. Well, she sold her wares for an entire effing coin, man.
As I also said, the sword
Yeah,
that
sure.
you saw was unlike anything you've seen before.
And completely unlike any of the other stuff she has here, right?
These other swords seem to be purely physical, very elegant, but pure black. But something you could make if you had the materials and time to do so. But the sword that you saw her hand away would have took you years to build. At least from what you kind of gauged its craftsmanship.
Don't I still have dragon shard essences?
If you had them on your person. But then she kind of looks at you, and then she laughs again. Oh dear, I could understand you the whole time. I just thought this was funny.
Fucking bitch.
I can't say I didn't see it coming.
Dash, you there?
Yeah, that's his reaction. And he looks at her with almost hate in his eyes. I have no time for games, woman.
Then go somewhere else.
And she's speaking common, right?
She's speaking Draconic.
The sword you sold. Did you make it?
No. It's your passive insight.
Passive insight is only 12, sir.
No. She kind of smirks.
Just, I know I'm probably going to have my pride insulted. How much would the weapon I made be worth? The first one I showed.
How much do you want?
Dragon's Fury, in other words.
How much do you want?
Well, you told me a chunk of adamantine is worth 3/8 of a piece. And a plus, and a magical sword that has already been worked is worth 1/8 of a piece. What would you estimate the value of the weapon of the chain to be worth? And then you ask, how much do I want? I would like 1,000 pieces of 8.
Well, that is slightly preposterous. You, sir, are not an appraiser by any sort.
Indeed. Call it payback for your jest.
Good joke. Now, how much do you want?
I'm not selling it. I'm asking what a weapon of this type would be valued at.
Then why do you want to know? Is it pride you seek?
Because I could make more.
Interesting. What's in it for me?
Okay. The weapon she's working on, is it... Okay. I saw her working, right?
Yes.
Before I interrupted her. Is she up to my skill level or beyond me?
Ooh. You couldn't gauge it accurately, but she at least matches you.
I pull a piece of paper from my belongings and hold it out. And it's basically the design blueprints for the Dragon's Fury.
Typical workmanship.
Huh?
She said typical workmanship. This is that.
This is what I made it from, yes.
She starts going over, like, the crafting process that you have blueprinted out. And she shows you a couple areas where you can improve. Therefore, the next time you want to craft a weapon, that weapon, you can have advantage on it.
I can have advantage? Wow, cool. That's
That's
nice.
the next time you craft that one.
Oh,
you
no,
can
yeah, I
advantage on
got you. That's so cool.
Like just
it. And
once or
then
forever?
I need you to make a charisma saving throw, because she might have hurt your pride a bit. Not choosing the nicest words.
What the fuck?
Like, well, whoever, designed this part, that was obviously idiotic and dumb. It would much more work better like this. Obviously, you can choose if you want your pride to be hurt.
No,
But-
not when it comes to something like this. If he was that easily shaken, Manfred would have had him crying like 1,000 times, I'm sure.
Dash, you piece of shit. Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
god.
Yeah, so no, not when it comes to something like that. He wouldn't. That's something where he would be grateful that he was able to improve from someone else's experience. Yeah, think about it, bro. I'm sure Manfred was not the most kind teacher. At first, he was probably cursing Desh out all the time.
Anyways, so that's what you get out of that. I'm going to jump back to the party, though.
Okay.
What are you guys doing? Evander, I believe you had to step away as you were finishing up that part of your conversation. Unless you finished it.
No, I think we finished.
Oh no. He was going to give you, he's like, but the individual's name you seek is Gibbon Goetia.
It's given.
Spell it.
Okay. Given Gesha?
Looks like Gibbon Josha to me. By the way, Ben, was that an insult or a compliment when you told me about the logical reasoning things out?
That was a
too?
compliment.
But you said two and two and two like a whole bunch of times.
Right. You take little bits of everything and logically organize them.
Yeah, Desh is unhappy, but if he just stands in the bar with his arm crossed the rest of his life, he won't go nowhere, and he'll become a soulless husk.
So, given this name, and do they frequent any particular area?
This individual likes to be kept alone, and typically only those he wants to speak to will be spoken to.
Wonderful. Hmm. Well, I can't think of anything else I would like to know, at least not at the moment. I feel like putting some ground beneath our feet would be wise.
Would like to see where Dash is gone.
Mm-hmm.
He said east, so that's where I will be heading. Do you plan to go anywhere?
I plan to look for a way for us to get out of here.
There is the arena. We know how to do that type of stuff fairly well.
Yes, but death is certain.
Not all the time.
Here? Yes. Yes, it is. I will see what he's discovered. If you need me, you know how to contact me. Taps the side of his temple. And he kind of just pushes on Misery as he leaves to wake her up.
Does Misery follow him?
I just pushed her to wake her up. I didn't push her to follow.
I mean, she was already awake.
Oh. To sleep.
It's hard to tell sometimes.
Awkward. I could just see that. Like, you think she's asleep, but she's really not, and you push on her, she's just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Dick!
Alright, Xander, what is it?
Said east, so I'm just gonna start heading east. Or would I have to roll something to figure out where east is?
Yeah, you could just go this way. That's fine. I'm sorry, that's west. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, wait, so I think east is west?
No, yeah, east is the way I went, and I said
Yeah, I know.
east.
Hey. Yeah, just start heading that way.
Solid.
Oh my fucking god.
Did you just delete it?
No! What the fuck just happened?
I swear, man.
Okay.
I sent
so
it through the back of the layer on the map.
Oh my god.
I was so confused.
Alright. Now then.
Totally in character. In character. I fucking hate Usus, man.
I think.
Well, I mean, he's not meant to be loved.
Like, I despise him, and his, you know, the one should like erase him from existence. That's how much I hate him.
But the one hasn't done shit in years.
Yeah, it's totally confusing.
Melania's is more a term.
But, Xander, what are you doing?
I walked to Dash. Probably takes a while.
Takes a while. Will be perception once you hit that junction.
It probably takes a while, but I think he stands out.
Yeah, that's true. Want me to roll perception?
There's a Dragonborn here. Oh, it must be him.
You see a Dragonborn, but you don't think it's Dash, so you continue on.
That's some funny stuff.
Yeah, no.
No, you
Dragon-
see him, and he's talking to a tiefling of sorts. And they seem to be discussing things about weapons.
On my walk towards where pinging is coming from, can I check my book out to see if it's even functional?
Not functional.
Not at all. It's like basically a book that's empty.
I mean, it makes sense. We're in a place where we're already dead, so it won't matter if we die.
I'm just seeing if like I could still utilize its power. Make an undead horde.
Well, we seem to come to the weakness of your item.
Yes. He would then realizing that it's completely useless right now, put it into his backpack or his bag of holding.
That's an interesting question, Jay. Do our other items work?
What your relics?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you guys haven't tested yours. Xander's doesn't seem to work.
Makes sense though, where we are.
Also, I'm a little upset about that DC 15 plus how many ever side points I spend, because if I try to summon an elemental, that's a DC 22.
Hooray. Xander approaches the hooved person as well as Dash and... Well, hello there, Dash.
Ah, you've caught up.
I wanted to see where you had gone.
The economy here is ridiculous.
I figured, as this is built on greed. Who is your new friend?
She speaks Draconic. Don't let her fool you to think she doesn't understand words.
I don't speak it, though. And I look up and I say greetings in Abyssal. See if she understands me.
You see her eyes as she kind of kind of pushes her eyebrows down, like, hmm? And she looks at Dash. She kind of just motions this hand motion, like, what the fuck?
He's trying to communicate with you like I was.
She kind of just shakes her head. She looks at you, and then she looks at you, Xander, and just kind of shakes her head and shrugs her shoulders.
He just sighs.
What do you want to ask her? I'll translate.
Oh.
Although I don't like it.
You don't have to, Dash. He pulls out the +2 great axe that he has.
1 piece of 8. Of course she is, Gregor. I know your thoughts even though you're not talking. I say into the tattoo.
Gregor just looks around super confused, like, what? What?
I gotta have some fun, dude.
I know.
Oh, damn, there was one thing I wanted to ask him. Fuck.
Well, ask it, dude.
I'll ask you to translate. Would she happen to know if there is libraries?
Are there libraries in the city?
She kind of looks up to the sky, and then just shrugs her shoulders.
Do you know what library means?
She taps her chin.
You know, books. Places where books are kept. She wants money. That's what I'm guessing. She's not very cooperative.
She looks at you,
That's what I
Xander,
tell
and
Xander.
just holds up a thumb. She just holds up a thumbs up and smiles.
So apparently she understands whatever language I use to translate to him.
I'm assuming.
She understands that one too.
I kind of flip.
So Grigor was right. She understands common, dude.
I flip my cloak a little bit, revealing the hilt of the Vorpal sword before it goes back in.
Worth some money. I'm sure even here that one will be worth some money because that's a fucking insanely
Half
badass
of 1
weapon.
piece of 8.
No, bullshit, dude. Bullshit. If she was gonna give three chunks for just a chunk of adamantine, that sword is worth a fuckload, bro. Out of character, it has to be.
Does
'Cause
she
it's
look at it
insanely
there,
powerful.
Jay?
Yeah, her playful demeanor stops for a second as she grows very serious, and you
I
see
put
her
my
hand
thumb out.
shuffle in her coin purse.
I put up my thumb out, I wiggle it, and then I point down.
What?
Basically, I'm putting my, thumbs up. I'm putting it to the side, wiggle, like I'm deciding which way, and then I point it right down, like a thumbs down.
As in,
Like a
you
gladiator
can't
or
have
a
this,
judge?
but look what I have.
Basically.
She looks at you and
So
Just
don't
kinda-
fuck with me.
Oh, so she instantly reached for her coin purse when she saw the sword?
She started thumbing through it.
Oh, wow. That's impressive. That's the first time she's done that. Yeah, basically, out of character, bro, you have like a fucking kingdom's value on your belt. You know that, right?
It's underneath me, my cloak. As everything that I own is basically underneath my
No,
cloak.
I'm
So
just
yeah.
saying. That's how much that shit is worth. You're talking like $500,000 or more gold pieces.
Yeah, I know. Well,
I believe it's priced on that thing.
it is. It is.
I do think it's rather expensive, so.
It's a legendary item, so I'd hope so.
Now she's just kind of awkwardly moving her eyes side to side, like, well,
Then Desh like chuckles uncharacteristic and says, "The joke's on you this time. I see."
she kind of just waves her finger at you,
As-
like,
as
you
in-
got me.
As Xander fucked with her, like she's been fucking with us. Where are the fighting pits, woman?
She gaps. And just kind of shakes her head at you.
Yes, yes, I know. You have no idea where they are. When you know exactly where they are. Yeah.
Never mind, I'm not gonna be a dick.
Please do it. I want to see what happens.
Let your greed go through you, man.
Can I cast Thermatargy and make a jingling noise? Like someone's taking a coin out of her purse?
You can.
Alright, so what? I just have to make a wisdom? Didn't work. Okay.
She chuckles at you.
Did you know what I was doing?
She chuckles at you. She's. Ah. That's cute. She says in abyssal.
Call it.
I just fucking.
Yeah, she
Big old
speaks
sigh.
Draconic, Common, and Abyssal, yeah.
Well, she hasn't spoken common yet.
No, but she understood our conversation
She
by her
did.
reaction. And I was translating into Common, so she knows that one too.
Fucking Christ. Should just burst out Celestial and see what happens, but nope, I've been told not
Yeah,
to.
don't do that, dude. That'd be bad. Then Desh would get his wish after the fact and have to kill some Baylords. It might be bad.
So what are you? As he lifts up the mask so it's not obscuring his voice, because I
She's
forgot
a
about that.
tiefling. She's a tiefling, can't you see? Part demon. Don't you know these things?
She gasps in. How rude.
It's true,
Yes,
though.
Dash, how rude. I'm just
Yeah,
kind of
Dash.
jabbing him in the side with my elbow.
Damn, Dash. She says.
She says, "Damn Desh," in what, Common?
Sure.
Where's the fighting pits, woman?
You know, A gentleman would ask my name.
Very well. Forgive my manners, but since you were playing coy and would not deign to answer me when I greeted you in 3 languages, allow me to start over. I am Carcaxul Desh. This is one of my companions, Xander Souls, and you are...
I am Carcaxul Dash. This is my companion, Xander Souls.
That's what she says?
And she knows mimicry.
Hey. My lady, would you be ever so kind as to tell us your name?
Tips for Dora.
Shut the fuck up.
She looks at you and she goes, min, 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 min. Mockingly.
Wonderful.
Dash.
A
She seems
weaponsmith
to be
with the
influenced.
mind of a child.
What does Xander say? She seems to be what? She seems to
She
be...
seems. Fuck, I already forgot. She's an annoyance. Shall we
She
move
seems to be an asshole, you mean? I agree. I agree.
on? Choice words, Dash. Things might bite you in the ass one day for that. Shall we depart?
You make fine weapons, but have a horrible sense of humor. Good day.
And he moves away.
As you guys are walking away, she kind of goes, bye-bye now.
I wish Sark was here.
I wish Gregor was there. He would actually mimic her
Dark.
mimicking.
Sark probably has a special ability where he knows how to say fuck you in like every language of the multiverse. So
Just sits there going through
that's
the
like
whole
the one
language.
phrase he knows.
I'm going to add that ability. No,
Oh, please do.
No matter
Hey,
what,
Jay.
no matter what language it is, he knows how to say "f you" in that language. I bet you. It's
You didn't look at the shield, did you?
What? Oh wait, yeah, I did. I remember something like that.
My heckling knows no bounds.
Oh,
Yes.
right. Yes.
But I'm gonna jump back to the other group now. What are you guys doing?
Gregor's waiting because he has no idea what to do right now. Like, he knows about the fighting pits, but he doesn't know where the other two went.
I said east, just so you're aware.
Yeah, but that could be in any direction, in any distance east.
Oh, it couldn't be any direction. It would be east.
It's east.
I meant.
It would be
distance.
explicitly east.
Yeah, and there's like a road, and there's only one road there, you know, that is directly in front of the inn.
I was about to say, if we're getting technical.
I mean, each of these have like alleyways and stuff, but those are like the main roads.
Plus, you could just ask on your tattoo, dog. Come on.
Yeah, but like, he really wants to go fight some stuff to win his way out.
I think that's kind of like where we're all headed towards. So
Yeah, but he's waiting for the rest of the group.
Well, the rest of the group is with Dash.
Oh, everyone went with Xander?
Everybody but a vendor.
Oh, well.
Misery came?
Yeah,
No, she didn't.
yeah, that's what I thought.
So Grigor and Misery are just standing there?
yeah,
they're
bro,
with
we're
you.
all in the funk that we are all in the funk of I don't want to fucking move my ass, and Dash just happened to be the first one to snap out of it. That's really what that is. But he was being a dick. No, that's what he perceived anyway. But he was being a dick because he didn't tell anybody what he was doing. Because he's a little pissed off.
Mystery has verbally said she wants to go to the fighting arena.
Well, yeah, but no one knows where it is.
I'm sure we could ask the barkeeper.
Yeah, you could.
We're supposed to be looking for the bookie. Are we going to look for the bookie or not?
The bookie is across the any building next to this one.
Yes, the building
Then
next to
let's
us.
go see the bookie instead of wasting some time.
Well, I mean, you're the one standing here.
Because we're having to wait for everybody else.
Are we? We can communicate telepathically.
I'm sure we need everyone here if we're gonna sign up as a team. Including AFK players. They're zombieing along with us. At least for the signing up.
Yeah, so I believe that would be Micker and Sark. Or Finn and Sark for the AFKs. Yeah. If you guys are making your way back, if you guys are going to wait for him, we'll just say that you guys reunite at the inn.
Yeah, Gregor waits for his friends. Quote unquote friends. He doesn't know what a real friend is.
No, Xander, I said that. I said wheat grass.
Wheat grass. Beans.
Like flowing grass. Then there's like legumes and potatoes. Like vegetables that can grow anywhere. Not flowers. Why would... No. Flowers are pretty. This place is not pretty. If it's pretty, it does not exist.
If it's pretty, then you're insane.
That too. But yeah, if they're gonna wait for you, you guys reunite with them at the end.
What about you guys?
Talking to an annoying woman.
Oh? What kind of woman?
And the door opens behind you, and you hear talking to an annoying woman.
Oh, Lord.
Is
Lord,
it the same chick? She followed us back? That's fucking hilarious.
Can I please? Should I have perception?
I'm gonna try to see if she was following
That's
you on the
some
way back. 'Cause
funny
she beat
shit.
your passive.
That is some
She
funny
beat my
shit.
passive?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
She got really hot.
She's a stealthy blacksmith.
Upon
Da-da-da-da.
seeing the woman enter, the woman in question enter, Evander says, Xander, should I tell Lily you've been consorting with this devilish debutante?
Gregor verbally goes, ooh.
As she walks up to Xander and puts her arm around him, you should. He's been a naughty boy.
I expect no less.
Oh, that's not
Face
fair.
palms
I've never been with a
so
team
hard.
before.
Now's your chance. He kind of just pulls you into her arm and just kind of moves it out of the way.
What can you do with your tail?
Sark!
Sark, we need you.
Oh,
Beautiful
we
fucking
delayed
bastard.
it just long enough.
Yes!
We need you, Sark. We need your heckling.
Did you fall asleep?
That's exactly what I imagined Sark would be in this moment.
What did I just walk into?
Everything.
Well, I had things planned for your hecklings, and you're not here, so it's very
Sark, can
I
you
wasn't
say
sure if
F
you were-
you in all the languages of the multiverse?
Yes, please make that a thing for Sark.
Can.
Oh, is okay. I
Your
wasn't
shield,
sure
remember?
if we were doing a game today.
Yeah.
When don't we?
I don't know. I wasn't sure. I was also watching the DCI finals, so. Oh,
Hey, it's
Alright,
fine,
that's,
you
to
joined at the
catch you
perfect
up,
time.
we're dead, we're in hell. We have our bodies again. We're screwed. This place sucks ball sack. Everything is shit, and there's a bunch of assholes everywhere. That's really the
One in
brief
particular.
synopsis of what's going on.
We also need 7 coins to make a wish so we can get the hell out of here.
And we apparently gather one part of 8 pieces of a single coin at a time.
Depends.
Unless
Depending.
something's really cool.
Like my sword.
Which is hopefully worth
And
100.
Xander's having an affair.
Yes.
No, I am not.
What?
And Misery
Fuck,
wants
man.
in on it.
Yes, she does.
Dear Lord.
Okay.
Burger had to temporarily fill in for
Oh,
heckling by going
What you
through-
just walked into was a somewhat altered tiefling has been following me and Desh around, being annoying. And basically, yeah, just walked into the tavern you guys are in. Said
Should-
I was her lover or something?
Should we redo the scene?
No.
No.
That was spur of the moment.
Desh says to the folks remaining there, carefully not looking at Evander at all. He says, "We must leave this place. There are fighting pits here. We must get into them."
Yes, we're going to the bookie right next door.
Oh, I know where the fighting pits are.
Desh gives her a murderous look. Because he asked her twice, and she's acting like, oh, man.
I put my hand up to my temple. I've never been so more annoyed with a woman than this.
He, like, growls to himself.
I don't find anything annoying about her.
Xander,
She's
why
quite
are you so
fascinating.
annoyed?
Yeah, we just met this woman and she seems pretty nice. She's willing to tell us where the fighting pits are.
Is she hot?
Yes,
Yes.
good question. Oh,
All my females are hot. Come on.
good. Like Animu hot?
I don't
Did
know.
you just unironically say Animu?
At this
Like,
point, anime.
Animu? I was like,
Wow,
are you
dude.
trying to say animal?
No, wow, dude, you're making me nervous. That's horrible. Doesn't that mean furry anime or something?
No.
What?
No.
No.
What?
It's just.
No.
It's just. It's.
Oh
no.
my god. Too
I'm
far off
messing-
track.
I'm messing with you, dude.
Yes.
Let's get this shit back on the road.
She is a track.
Yeah, Misery's all over that.
Like you do.
I mean, she doesn't have her mansion anymore, so she has to be.
What is the overall reaction of those still coherent to this woman entering the inn?
They seem to ignore her.
Okay.
Not like ignore her like, oh my goodness, this bitch. More like not make eye contact, do not make eye contact, do not make eye contact. Yes,
Oh,
we hear somebody
okay.
saying that under their breath.
Noticing that, Bender will stand and extend a gloved hand to the woman. Does this one have a name?
Dude,
No,
she was
gross.
already on you. Did you miss that part?
No, she was
Oh.
in misery.
Yeah.
She was on.
No,
Yeah.
she's on Misery.
Xander.
Oh,
Xander.
fuck
On
you.
Xander, and then I
I am
And then Xander put her on Misery.
I'm confused.
Okay.
I'm confused.
I guess I missed that part. But as you reach out a hand to like shake, she looks at it and she's like, ew, gross.
Oh,
Right?
am I too clean for you?
I don't like gloves.
You work around the forge, or so I smell. And you don't like
Well-
gloves. You must have the daintiest hands.
She extends her hands to you. I think they're rather nice.
Yes, but
She has like this greaser look going on, or grease monkey look going. Greaser look. Fucking fawns. No, she has like a grease monkey look about her, like the bandana, kind of like almost like a wife beater shirt, half tucked in with like some trouser type pants.
You will take her hand and give it a squeeze, shaking it.
She leans over to Missouri's ear and whispers, "Awkward."
I know, right?
It's Lucis, run! Oh, Ozzy.
Really quick. Okay. So, we appeared in quote unquote hell.
Also level
We
9.
need to. We're in this place. We need to get 7 parts.
We
7
need to get
more
7
parts.
whole coins.
7 whole
We all
coins.
currently have 1 each.
We have 1 each.
The coins are
then-
usually broken up into 8 parts, as this is the currency for the place.
Okay. And then. Someone's having an affair with who?
Not really. She's being a dick.
Okay.
But Sark wouldn't know that, so.
Yeah, this one's sanity just seems to be in question.
Oh. I have a spell for
This one? Who?
I mean, that's player knowledge, Xander. You
that. I
metafucker.
know. I'm just wondering if I actually do.
There should be like a song. You meta fuck. That should
I'm
be
gonna
a
make
song.
one. I'm gonna make one for your guys' group. Just kidding. Seriously.
Seriously.
If you guys ever meta, I'm gonna just like play it. that'd be good. But anyways, you want to fight in fighting pits. Yes, no,
Yes.
maybe.
Is that what? Is this the chick again? Finally.
She's speaking common.
Gregor says yes.
That and some other things.
Jesus, Missouri.
As
Yes,
Missouri
we-
slightly caresses her chest.
We were just about to go visit someone who could help us with that.
Oh, who?
Smig.
Ooh.
Well, yes, you do seem to have a distaste for people. I expected that reaction.
What?
I'm sorry, did you say something?
No.
Gregor's looking around confused. What is happening right now? Is this how people talk to each other?
This woman is odd. She was selling wares in the smithing district.
This woman is odd.
I conversed with her. She has an odd sense of humor, feigned ignorance to any language, and loves doing this type of thing. Yeah.
Gregor has his face in his hands and he's just trying to hold back a laugh.
Misery. Don't put it in crazy. You know that, right? And I go over to Task and
She's totally ignoring.
Yeah. I go to Task and ask if she normally acts like this, if she is a regular
Actually,
around here.
sorry, this might change this, but he was the one that was saying, "Don't not make eye contact." Don't make
All
eye
right,
contact, do
still
not
go
make eye
ask him.
contact. So as you walk up, he's still saying that, whispering it
Well,
under his
sorry.
breath.
Old boy, is there something wrong?
Oh. No.
Yes, well, I don't believe you.
Oh.
What's wrong?
That one scares me.
Why?
The effect of the hold she has on someone's mind makes them go insane.
She seems a bit nutsy herself.
Yes.
So it's contagious.
No. She, Smeg, I told you was Balsarif, correct?
Sorry, what did you say?
Balsarif?
You said Smig was Balsaref?
Yeah.
I don't recall you saying that, but that's news to me.
Yeah.
I typed it out
Where?
Yeah.
all the way up because you were like, how do you spell that?
The cheese has slid from the trencher and is all the way on the floor with this one. That's what that means.
Unless
Oh,
I'm mixing
that's
up
a-
characters, but
I
I typed it way up. There's a couple individuals that you guys will, maybe have to talk to or choose to talk to that are Balsarifs.
Oh, you were making it. With the way Tesk was speaking about Balsaraf, which threw me off. Was that Balsaraf was a person?
Oh no, they're like
They're a group of people. They're a civilization of humans.
Yeah. Okay. Now I see where the confusion was. I was
Yeah.
like, I was for sure I spelled
So
that out.
Smig is Balsaraf. He is
Yeah.
of the Balsaraf. Okay.
Society.
Yeah.
And so is she. Or was.
Okay. So this is how they act.
They are insane. Almost all of them.
Oh boy, the Malkavians. Wonderful.
Really good at
World of
throwing
Darkness
parties.
reference.
But beyond that, they are kind of obsessed with the carnival. If you've heard of such a thing.
I know of carnivals with festivities, attractions, freaks. What is the carnival you speak of?
That, except I'm pretty sure that they don't worship the light. And that it may be just conspiracy on my part, but I believe the carnival is a trap for everything that is, just a way to lure in children to poison their minds.
Mhm.
I can't think of the word I want to use, like everything that is carnal or something. It's like a biblical reference.
Oh.
Everything that is like carn or something. I can't think of the word.
Carnal.
Carnal, yeah. So is that right? Carnal?
Carnal
Carnal.
is like sex and pleasures.
Yeah,
of
like
the
carnal
flesh.
pleasures.
Wait, so is it carnival or carnal?
No,
No.
carnival.
Okay.
But he believes it's a way to poison those minds of, the innocent with carnal pleasures and, other things
So
like
pervert them.
greed and,
Oh, God.
drunkenness, alcohol.
Debauchery.
So-
They're pagans. Holy shit.
Basically,
a carnal-
overloaded parties.
A carnival of carnal stuff.
Yeah, it's very Marilyn Manson vibey. If you ever watched a music video about him, that kind of like Borderlands type Mad Moxie shit. I can't,
Not burlesque.
it's like that. It's like the goth version of, that weird. I can't think of what that like niche is, but that's what it is. Motionless in White. There's another band that's really like that. Actually, I'm basing their kind of society off of a music video. It's kind of freaky. You guys can watch it, and then maybe that will give you the idea. You don't have to listen to the sound; you can just see it. But
It's another word that starts with B, and I can't think of it.
With what?
Another word that starts with B. Like you would go to like a burlesque show, but then there's another word for it. It also starts with B.
Baroque?
I think might be Baroque. Well, independent.
very much like that. I don't know how to explain it, but that's like what their society is kind of like.
Oh, very Dr. Frankenfurter.
Hey Jay, what do I get from her?
She's like Xander's
insanity.
polar opposite, dude. She's a tiefling and he's an Azamar. That's opposite. Yeah, you get AIDS. You ain't bullshitting. You get gonorrhea on a cosmic level.
Insanity is what you said, correct?
Yeah, that's what she like. You cannot get an accurate read. Like this person's psyche is completely split.
Imagine that's the worst STD ever. So, sexually transmitted insanity. What the
Ooh,
fudge?
maybe I'll
go
add
for
that in my game.
Oh,
It
fuck.
would keep it as STI as well.
Yeah, it's like the worst form of syphilis magnified to its end conclusion immediately. Because syphilis can cause insanity.
But yeah, that music video describes what their society is kind of like.
Okay, so sex carnival. That very debauchery, very horrorcore kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got these people that are freaks that are just like these stitched together like carnival people.
Gimps.
Yeah. They're like weird, but it's like all skin, like skin, and they wear pants, and they're like got like all these. It's very fucking House of a Thousand Corpses, Rob Zombie horror type shit.
So when he mentions Balsaraphs, Vendor would ask if they're still considered a group of people who operate as a group of people would in that regard, or are they scattered?
No, they relish in Erebus's time right now, where most people run away in fear. They accept it as
time to party.
Exactly.
Is their patriarch yet live, or do you know?
Their patriarch?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of so you read that one part, but I'm currently going through like a 300-page document, so
It's all true.
if you use a name that can help me.
Or Pentarch.
It's all
Perpentach, yeah.
God is an astronaut. Oz is over the rainbow. And Midian is where the monsters live.
Oh, God is it?
So you asked that, by the way?
I don't mention a name, but I mention their patriarch.
His story is flawed and incomprehensible.
Doesn't surprise me, given the way they behave. Is there any way to reason with them? Anything that seems to give them a jolt to their senses?
Meet them at their level.
I'm no good.
Can I be like listening to what Evander and the other guy are talking about?
They're speaking in Elohim.
Yeah.
Which is like common. Very close.
And I understand that somewhat, don't I?
You understand it better than Evander.
And so does Bigwa.
So from what you said, their like thing is whole about like basically pleasure and stuff like that.
Yeah. That actually ties it up very nicely, yeah.
Xander walks over
To who?
to Evander.
I was about to say crazy lady.
What happened?
I'm walking over to you as I've been listening in on your conversation.
Okay.
And you kill him. You try to kill him.
I don't kill him.
Sorry.
He's not Matthias.
From what I understand, they are very pleasure-seeking beings, and I just so happen to have a pleasure-seeking ability.
How will it make this horrible?
I'm glad I
Dude,
could be
you
that
all-
funny for you, Rick.
Dude, no. You literally almost gave me an aneurysm just now.
Yeah,
Pressure in my
I
head.
heard it building.
Dude, I'm serious, bro. The pressure in my head was immense just now. I had to stop myself from laughing or I would have died.
Oh God.
Mystery. She kind of leans back into your ear and goes, "What are they talking about?" And she's like whispering that, but everyone can hear it.
Go ahead. See what it does. Yes, out of
I'm
character.
not sure, but I'm getting anxious.
They're all very cuckoo.
Right,
I
just sitting
sometimes
at
think
the
that.
I tell Evander.
He's
Oh, by the way,
insane.
she's also completely insane. I checked.
Oh no, yes, I have.
I walk up to her.
She looks at you again, Mystery, and she goes, "Shh, I'll be right back."
Loudness of the back.
Okay.
And then she very poorly stealths. It's kind of funny because she did so good earlier. But she sneaks almost as like a nat 1 over
Wow.
Over where?
to where you guys are.
Wait, where's the delayed smoke bomb?
As soon
I
as she
use
gets
my
back.
when she approaches, I use my cane to kind of like I use the crook of it, kind of. I wish I could explain this, but I use the crook of it to impede her, and then I just look down and say,
Like you kind of like
Yes.
stalk her with it.
"Yes."
I would watch where you put that. I'd like it to be put in other places. She winks.
The Malkavian in me says, "I will invade this orifice."
Alright, fuck this. Xander walks up to her. From what I understand, you seek pleasure.
What?
Means, and don't we all?
I basically. Wait, do I have to touch her? Nope, 30 feet.
No,
Cast a
touch
spell.
her.
Please,
Touch
I
her,
please
Xander.
touch.
Touch her.
Please touch.
Put
Touch her
my
good.
hand-
Touch her in the
Please
good
touch.
spot.
Shut the fuck up.
Touch her in
I
the good
put my
spot.
hand on her shoulder
Wow.
and cast Bliss. Oh, that's Jim. Fuck.
Fuck
It's
yeah.
okay. I read it.
Cast it 3 times in a row, bro.
Is that
Cast it 3
was the
times in a
saving
row.
throw for that? For
She can either choose to resist it or not. This is to resist.
Well,
the
don't
saving
forget,
throw.
you also have to roll to see if it goes off.
Yeah, to see if it even affects. Yes.
hey, you payoff. I think
Ca-
15 plus
Cast it 3
2.
times in a row, bro.
I think I passed.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
hit her with 3 times in a row and make her have. a
Oh,
negative
dude, I
result.
can get her addicted to it.
No, that's what I'm saying.
She eyes you like, "What are you doing?"
Did it not take effect?
You just kind of see her. She like kind of just stops, and her eyes kind of just like go back and forth as she's staring at all of you.
What are you
Hmm.
doing?
What are any of us?
Well,
doing?
I obviously cast the spell right in front of her. Everybody else, I don't think it's just somatic. So I used hand gestures.
You made the circle with your one finger, and then you put your other finger through it.
Cinder actually needs you to make a wisdom saving throw.
He made them pokey sign.
Fuck. 15?
Xander, you're not under the effects of bliss.
Oh God.
Can we
Fucking
please
Christ.
go to this bookie and get into the arena?
Yes. Oh.
That's where I wanted to go this whole time. Something's wrong with that one.
You just see Xander standing there.
It's just like, under his mask. You've seen, I mean, no face, right?
No. Steam comes up in his glasses.
Oh my.
Gregor points at Evander. Grab him and let's just get out of here before stuff
I'm
gets
not
even
grabbing
more.
him. You grab him.
I'm not grabbing him.
Then don't command me.
Sark, you grab him.
Just throw him over my shoulder.
I don't
I
think
wiggle.
any of us wants to touch him.
So I don't like think you like what you feel. Just kidding.
Okay, it doesn't have to be that.
I know. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I am wearing full armor. I do not feel it.
All right, but do you guys I'm sorry. Just tell me what you're doing.
I assume we're heading over to the bookie now.
I'm out for a minute, by the way, guys.
And Misery is bringing the tiefling along with them.
Fuck you.
And
Leave her behind.
the tiefling starts to skip and sing.
Misery skips with her. Not singing, but keeps, but like
you
skips
guys-
along.
Have you guys met Smig before?
Can't say I have.
Gross. And then you get over to the restaurant, and when you open it up, you notice that it is that type of society.
Have fun.
Basically, it's almost like a strip club that serves food.
Grigor has no idea what to do in this.
If Sarko's in, I am still out.
It's almost like a place I worked at before.
Why does that not surprise me? I'm staying behind, by the way.
Grigor sees all this and immediately walks back because he has no idea what to do in a place like this.
What? So the place next door we're supposed to go to the bookie is like a strip club.
It's a restaurant. It actually serves the best food you can find there, but it has kind of this insanity to it.
A bunch of naked fools running around and stuff.
I wouldn't say naked, but they're dressed very.
Debauchery shit and whatnot.
Scantily.
Yeah.
Doesn't,
I mean,
even,
no private parts exposed, but still.
doesn't even bother Desh at all. It's like,
Like-
flesh. He's seen worse than flesh pits when he was a slave. He don't give a shit.
Seems like the club from Blade. That's what I think of.
Dude, it's been years since I've seen that movie. I know Ryan Reynolds is in it.
Dude's totally oblivious. Desh
No, Ryan Reynolds was in Blade 3.
Which one am I? Oh, I forget there's 3. But anyways, who is in there and what are they doing?
Desh go in there and stop the first looking wait staff person. Go, what's the guy's name? Snib or Sib or whatever the fuck his name is.
Smig.
Smig, yeah.
Where's Smig?
Shh. He'll hear you.
What?
Shh. She kind of eyes you like, shh. Shh. And every time she shushes, she gets a little lower to the ground. Yeah, Xander, it's been a minute.
Sweet. Xander comes to his senses.
Put him down.
What the fuck?
Shh. And now she's almost like crouched on the ground.
Okay.
She's like motioning you guys to get down.
Next person, where's Smig? He ignores that. Next person, where's Smig? See, that's how Desh deals with insanity. He like ignores the person. Because that's just uncalled for behavior, and it makes no sense. So it's irrelevant.
So that's what you do. Is you just ask every single person that you see.
Yeah. The next apparent wait staff or someone who's moving between tables and stuff, he'll say, "Where's Smig?"
So a couple just kind of laugh at you, and then finally you see this guy who kind of walks out with a swagger walk, I guess. I don't know. And this guy's wearing like a white suit.
So he's walking to the ceiling?
Swagger walk. I don't know what other
Well,
word.
there's a spider walk.
He's
Spider climbing?
swaggering.
Oh,
He's doing-
swagger.
He's doing the pimp walk.
Yeah, he's
Not
got a
a
little strut in
pimp
his
walk.
step.
He's kind of like swaying back and forth, kind of leaning his body.
Yeah,
is strong with this one.
Got a little spring in his step. He's strutting.
Hello.
Are you Smig?
Of course. And you all.
I am Carcaxul Desh. We seek the arena.
Oh. Jess, what are you doing on the floor? Stand up. The tiefling stands up. You want to fight or you want to place bets?
Fight.
I see. Well,
We wish to earn hundreds
Whoa,
of
whoa, whoa, whoa,
coins.
whoa, 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 whoa. What's in it for me? That's, yeah, but, yeah. Why would I let you go into the fights unless there's something for me? That's what I need to know. Yeah, so it's not good. Hello? What's in it for me?
Would someone else care to talk to this person?
I walk up. Is he kind of short or fairly tall?
He's like 5'10".
Okay. I'm definitely looking down. Well, me and Dash are looking down at him. That's nice. I ask him, well, is there anything you would care for?
I like, mini pieces of 8. Little bits and pieces.
Xander walks up. Is this Smig?
Is this Smick? Yes, that is me. That is I. I have a name tag. It's right here. You can see it. Name tag.
I
Smick.
kneel down.
That's
Can I
MIT.
read this name tag?
Yes.
Okay. I turn to Sark. He likes jokes.
This is better than D4.
You got this. Pat him right on the shoulder.
And he breaks into a recitation of fuck you in like 50 languages.
Well, this has been a wonderful encounter. Thank you so much for wasting 5 minutes of my time. I have things to do, and many more things to do, and things after that, and things after that one. Feel free to take a table.
You hear about the guy with a broken left arm and leg?
So as he's walking away, he stops his step, and then he turns Michael Jackson style. No, I have not.
He's all right now. And Sark is visibly upset. He doesn't look okay.
Roll me persuasion at disadvantage.
Didn't he roll a heckle?
No, I won't even allow that. That was terrible. He seems unamused, and he starts to turn around.
Your punmanship needs help, my friend.
I will allow meta here, if you guys have a joke that you want to whisper something.
It's a good joke.
I got none. Google it.
Dude,
No.
I had the perfect joke for such a debauched place. So you hear Desh. He like stops, and this is like something you'll probably never ever get this from him ever again. Did you hear the one about the
I cast a spell.
Dragonborn, the dwarf, and the elf on top of the building in a heavy traffic city?
No.
They wanted to see who had the biggest dick. So they all went to the edge of the building, dropped their trousers, and started going down. The dwarf was first. He pulled his out. Brrr. It went down a story. The elf was second. He pulled his out. It went down 2 stories. Then the Dragonborn let his come out. And then he started moving from side to side. And the other 2 said, "What are you doing?" And he looked at them and said, "Dodging traffic."
Damn. That was actually good.
Oh shit. Oh fuck.
And that was probably the most unexpected coming from Desh you ever heard in your life.
You have guidance, by the way.
And he chuckles.
You can roll that at advantage. It made me laugh.
Oh, what am I
I was like,
rolling?
persuasion.
No, that's what makes the joke the best. You had no idea where it was going to go until the very end. That's what makes it funny. Right? How about performance? I'm actually a trained performer.
Oh, yeah, I'll allow
Couldn't I use performance?
it. Yep, sure. You have
Sweet.
guidance. Advantage.
You want to have guidance on that?
Yeah, 27.
27 or 27?
I have a slot open. How many?
How many are in our party,
7.
dudes? 7. How fitting.
And
You need 7 coins. There are 7 of us. We want to earn 7 coins each. It's all numbers.
no. 1 token for a fight on your first? You must be ridiculous.
I didn't say in one fight. I'm talking about the ultimate goal.
Oh, of course. Seek my employee. That'd be great. Let's say first fight. If you win, these are to the death. 2 pieces each.
Out of character, just out of curiosity, when Desh tells this joke, does everybody look at him like with open jaws and weird expressions?
Misery is like visibly blushing.
Can I fist bump him?
Oh, okay. So no one's really that shocked that he would make a joke. Okay.
Bet your wife is in here.
You did what had to be done. As you always do.
I can't believe y'all never heard that before. That's actually, I adapted a real life joke to D&D right there. That's what I did.
Never heard that joke before.
Never heard it
Either way.
before. It's awesome.
Nope. The one I had was the going up the stairs one, telling jokes. A blonde, a redhead, and a brunette. If anybody's heard that.
But who would you like to fight? Oops.
He drops an entire token in front of you.
Out of character, Zord, are you recording this game?
Yeah.
I really
Oh
don't
my
know.
god. So that fucked up joke is gonna be
Don't put
Save.
this one on YouTube, please.
perpetuity.
I
No,
You can save this one for us, but
Yeah,
No, put it on
actually
YouTube.
can't
Just
anymore.
put the
Terms
what do you
and
mean?
Conditions.
what? What happened?
Terms and conditions rules. It's got limitations. I don't think this one would be okay for YouTube anymore.
why, too dirty?
I don't know.
No, dude, you just put a
Yeah, I
mature
had to mark mine for adult audience.
and then you'd be okay.
Okay, someone's gonna have to tell me how to do that because I don't know how.
I wouldn't recommend putting this one up. I would just put this one up privately for us. This one isn't going to have combat in it though, because after my tests of boss mechanics last night, I want to redo it so it's not as dire.
Alright. Yes, it was a good joke. Alright, so what's happening?
Who
Also-
do you want to fight at the combat arena?
God, you guys really suffer without your face there.
What are our options?
Many. I'll make it work. Tell me what you want to fight. The bigger the show, the more the pay.
Destio, an arena gladiator of sorts. What do you suggest?
Firstly, I'm insulted that you had to add the addendum of sorts on your comment, my friend. That is what I did my entire life.
I'm sorry that offended you. I didn't mean for it to go that way.
No, it's fine. What are the options?
All options. You tell, I make. It happen.
Okay, so what the fuck, man? What all have we seen in the city? Just you said the vanilla races and not much else, right?
You can make an insight, but I'll give it to you here. You guys, and I will allow you guys to think on this before I set up this encounter, right? And then you guys could all work together on what you want to fight. You can literally pull anything out of like Volo's Monster Manual. Bigger the fight, more the pay.
Well, he said 2 bits each. So we're getting 2 bits, whatever we do.
Yeah, that will. He said bigger the fight, bigger the pay.
Okay.
Just retcon the 2 bits part. I was going to do like base, blah, 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 blah. But if you guys do something super easy, you can get shit.
What level is Misery?
11.
11.
You guys can also insert answer, or you could even just say, we'll get back to you on it, and we'll let you know by the end of the day. And then that will give you guys until next session to give me what you want to fight. And it can also be a group of things. So just know that the gauge of the difficulty will determine the payout.
Let's fight all undead and I'll take them all.
Could we could they pick explicitly say I want to fight like a hook horror?
You can choose any monster out of the Monster Manual and Volo's Guide. Specifically. Like, you could say vampire, or you could say vampire sorcerer, or vampire knight. You could say dragon. Just like legendary creatures and
Let's fight
stuff.
an Elefard.
Now,
Let's fight a Tarrasque.
something I'll try to make every single one available, but obviously, like certain ones won't be available. Like legendary things or things that aren't that wouldn't fight or something like that. You can't like choose a god. What's that?
Let's get Usus in here.
What the fuck did I just say? You can't fight a god.
How about a deadly encounter, guys?
Yeah, let's go for a deadly. Let's see what
Oh,
happens.
2 Cambions, 2 Oni.
If you choose, I'd like you to whisper me the pages that you choose them on, or link.
let's talk about
You
it.
could also pull something homebrew that you find if you wanted. So, but
How
I
about
would,
we just generate a encounter using fucking Kobold Fight Club?
if you do that, you need to boost your guys' levels because some of your guys' relics. I found when I make deadly encounters, they're just like get rolled over.
Oh.
Mine doesn't work anymore, so
Yeah, yours
How about-
doesn't work.
How about 8 Bone Nagas?
yes,
So just
Bone
take into
Nuggets would be
account for
perfect.
the amount of like magical weapons you guys have, your relics, and other, like I'm giving you guys extra feats and stuff like that. And obviously, when you guys give me something, I might gauge it just a bit differently. So I won't pull it, I'll pull it out of the book, but I might adjust some stats to make it more difficult if you guys wish. And by more difficult, typically I just boost the CR on it to give them a higher proficiency bonus.
Alright, guys. Serious question now. How about 8 Trolls?
5 Storm Giants.
Alright, Trolls are at
No.
least easier.
5 storm giants. That's insanity.
Yeah, 8
Insanity
trolls.
is his language. It's a joke.
So our entire group would be like level 9 basically.
No, don't forget about Mystery being level 11.
Well,
I know, but I'm just like averaging it.
What I do is when I make them, and I use stuff like Cobalt 5 Club, I make everyone a level above.
Yeah, so I have 6 players level 10. and
Technically
1 player level
speaking.
12.
Just because of the amount of magical items and stuff that you guys have.
Yeah, vanilla CR, how it works is the CR of the monster is equal to a party of 4 characters of the level that the monster CR is, would be considered an equivalent challenge. That's vanilla rules. So if you consider there are 7 of us, that's roughly twice the effective CR. It would be like if we were all 4th level, 7 of us would be like 2 4th level creatures, or so on and so forth.
or 8 CR5 creatures if we were. What's the math on that? Whatever the math is.
That's right.
8 times
Like
5.
with 6 of us at effective level 10, 1 of us at effective level 12, CR5 of or 8 iterations of a CR5 creature would be a deadly encounter.
Yeah, that's vanilla rules anyway.
Right.
So 7 of you at level 10s and 112 would be equal to 8 CR5s.
Yes.
Yeah, because you have to think about it. Like 1 CR of whatever is equal to a party of 4 characters of that level.
Yes. So
That's what's up.
4 characters at level that CR.
So you guys can craft it, and there's, so say Grigor linked, he's like, why did it choose Lich and Lair? Now, if it is like a layer creature, it can work. You guys would assume, through conversation that this guy can make it happen one way or another.
So basically what Evander is saying is that 8 trolls for us would be a deadly encounter.
Yeah.
But know that the gauge of its difficulty, determined by me, will be your payout. So if it's something you guys just roll over, you're looking at like 2 pieces of 1 each.
By
but
that
if you do
right,
something like, ridiculous, like we got by the skin of our teeth.
so it doesn't matter what we pick; it's how we fight it.
No, I'm explaining it wrong, but
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
I would
That's
say
what you're
if you
saying.
roll over it, like what I was meaning by that is something easy. Right?
Okay, can I?
Because when I
So-
play things, I play them mean. So typically, as long as it's
So-
gauged equally, at least you won't roll over it.
If I were to suggest we fight 8 bone nagas, and I can take control of undead, so if I take control of 2 of them, will that be lowering our chances?
Probably.
Okay,
Well,
to put
peace
it into
payout.
perspective, how much would the fight we just had have been worth?
That one,
We beat impossible odds and destroyed a fucking void dragon and shit.
I wouldn't call them impossible odds because
It
you guys
seemed
came
pretty
out on top
impossible.
and only like 1 person dropped.
No, 2.
No, dude.
No.
All but 2 people, or all but 3 people dropped against that
Yeah, it
thing.
was only Dash and Mystery.
I mean, yeah, it was definitely okay. I'm remembering now. But what you're want to know what you would have got paid for that?
Yeah.
Hmm. Like 6 to 8 pieces each.
Of 1 coin?
Mhm.
Okay, dudes, we're gonna be here a while.
Yeah, it's almost not even worth it. It's like, if we're going by just what you've said, bumping us up a level when you calculate encounters, a deadly encounter, which by definition is deadly, would hold on. Yeah, which is whatever multiplier more times difficult than say easy, would be less than 5 times more rewarding, if that makes sense.
But here's the thing that maybe you're not grasping the concept of. You can't go into this expecting that this is the way out. Other opportunities may open up down the line. This might help you get some coins, but it's not going to give you 7 the next session just from fighting. There will be other things that open up opportunities
Yeah.
to get more coins.
Yeah.
Right. So this is the easy thing. We just fight shit, and then we get enough coins to get out. That's the easy route.
Right.
Then there's the more role play route,
Oh yeah, well,
and then you can also combine elements of it.
exactly, because when we fight the things and we win, other things are going to notice us, and it might make certain other pathways a little bit easier. For example,
So you can't
Because
expect that these fights are gonna give you your way out. We have one fight, and then okay, now we have 7 coins and we get out, or we have even like 2 or 3 fights and we have enough to get out, because there will be other things. If I did that, there would be almost 0 RP,
Right.
Alright,
because it would just be let's wait for our next fight.
Jay, out of character question. If we just put all of our coins together, would that work or no?
One of us.
One of you can get out.
Oh, okay.
No, when
Isn't
they
it
say
we get
wish,
granted a wish?
You are granted a wish, but it's not the wish spell.
Oh,
so
never
let's
mind.
not get that confused.
Oh, okay.
You request something from the prince, and then he grants it. But you can be screwed over from what you heard, air quoting here, what you heard from this individual in a place fueled by greed, that he was wrong done.
I say we fight 3 Aaron. Yes, that's my vote.
Alright, so it's popped Lich
Monster
and
Manual
Lair
page.
4 times for me, so I think we need to fight a Lich in its lair.
Page 73,
Of which book?
Monster Manual.
Okay.
what the f are you wanting to fight a lich in its lair for, dude?
Yeah, it sounds terrible.
It is terrible. That's fucking horrible, bro.
Challenge rating 12? How many?
3.
3!
Which one?
The
The
Aaron.
Aaron?
Yes.
Yeah, Aaron, yes, yeah.
Fucking Christ.
Basically,
We can
the Hell Valkyries. Yeah.
We can do it. That one I think we can do.
I feel like we should mull it over for like, I don't know how long, and then
This guy wants to
decide.
know now.
Yeah, I mean like out of game. Need to decide over time.
Yeah, I was saying like you guys can out a game, so you guys can basically retcon your decision if you want to change it.
Okay.
Yeah. Because like this is a big decision.
My question is though, is we have to have an individual in the party that knows what these are.
Yes, that's true.
I believe Evander, you might have that down though.
Every undead
They
I
are
know,
a
so.
fiend.
She is
So
a devil.
Desh would probably know of any normal monster.
I
Or
think
like monstrosities and things like that. He'd probably know about those, but not demons and shit.
yeah, I think
I doubt he
Grigor
had to
would know about
fight
them.
demons.
Grigor would probably know most about the magical enemies.
Undead.
Yeah. So I think everyone's got their area of specialist there.
Aaron, yes, are devils.
So it's really up to us. I feel like we need more time than just like this brief moment to decide.
Well, for now, we'll just say this, and then we'll mull it over and see what comes up during the week.
Out of character, I want to know how Gregor thinks we can kill a lich.
I don't.
I'm curious.
It just popped up 4 times.
Yeah.
It's popped
I
up
put
4
us at
times
level
in a
9.
minute.
There's 7 of us.
Put us at.
Deadly encounter.
There's 6 level 9s, 1 level 11.
Level 12,
What
effectively.
are y'all? What are y'all using to do this?
Kobold Fight Club. It's a
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
VR calculator with.
Oh, I'm using something different.
Bump everyone by
think-
1 level also because of all of our things.
I'll just put them to...
And the fact that we can fight differently than how the DM would think we could, and effectively blind everything like I did with all the archers.
You guys want to do 3 Aaronese?
That's what I
With
want to do.
what
That's
I
my
would,
vote.
with a couple things that I would change, you might actually almost get one full token, maybe one full token.
I'd
Not
say-
each though, just one.
Just one?
Wait.
Yeah.
No, each.
No, yeah.
Oh,
I'm
each.
saying each.
That's
Oh.
one full token for one person only? No.
Well,
No.
from
same.
what? One token for each person that fought in the fight.
Yeah.
Oh,
I would recommend we schedule it for a full party. But
Yeah, full
also, next Saturday is iffy for me because I don't know if that's going to be the day I start my new job. So if I do that, it would be after 11 o'clock, me driving back from Indianapolis. Too. Which I mean, I could definitely do it, and I also could probably pull up Discord on my phone, and I obviously have hands free in the car, and we could do like this prep talk that we normally do before I actually have to roll dice, or maybe entrust someone to do such a thing.
sure.
Yeah, it's entirely up to the DMs.
Because we always spend like 30 minutes, and I can RP, without doing combat and rolls and stuff. And if I had to do a roll, just entrust someone to do it for me. And if Mike's here, I would entrust him, obviously. But at the same time, even though one of you guys might actually be more knowledgeable D&D wise, so it just kind of depends. But
I mean, we could help him where he needs it.
yeah.
Three. I'm looking at this, and I think I'll have like 3 internesses. Or however you say their name.
But
But remember,
that
he's taking
what-
a deadly encounter and making it deadlier.
Yeah. So understand that too. I never take something straight out of the book because then you guys would know exactly what to expect.
Also, why is it counting a lich in its lair as a difficulty hard?
That's a CR calculation. It's not
I know.
like in practice. It's
I know.
it's like math.
The maths, dude. The maths. That's why I said what I said, because that's exactly how vanilla is supposed to work. It's all mathematical.
Is this
Which
the
in,
site we're
in
using?
practice, it can be horribly bad because that mathematical stuff does not account, as I've stated many times,
I know.
it does not account for poor dice rolling or good dice rolling.
I mean, we could fight an ancient blue dragon.
There are a bazillion other things we could fight as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of other things, and then I might present you guys some homebrew options as well.
Yeah, this is why I feel like we should have like the rest of the week to decide this.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't have anything planned after this because the encounter that I wanted to do, the mechanics for the boss fight, I think might be a little. I need to introduce certain concepts bit by bit before introducing them fully, like I did last night, because the party almost got wiped.
Yeah.
Guys came out on top, but
I mean,
still,
was my guy resurrected?
no.
Okay. Well, rip. Like,
Sorry, I missed that, dudes.
oh no, it's
No,
fine.
you're good.
He
You
died.
probably would have died.
I mean, my
It was
guy died.
bad.
All
But
the
that one-
frontliners died.
Yeah, but that one's simply for me helping to make this campaign better. But I wanted to grant you guys the opportunity because
Still,
a lot
I
of you
was
ask
just
all the time if we could test, combat stuff. So that was it.
yeah,
What the
I was
fuck?
just going through some
A
shit.
lich in its
Yeah,
lair?
stuff.
Are you fucking kidding me?
What?
That is.
That's like.
If I played this, you guys
20
would die.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said, dude, no way, dude, no way.
Yeah.
A lich in his lair is mega powerful,
22.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Right, Jay? We're not supposed to be
Oh
running
my
something this way.
god.
Well, let's continue with what we were doing, and we
Technically,
can
Sark,
discuss this.
no, we have like different. We all have slightly different XP values. I think Jay said something like yours looked wrong to him, and then we never addressed that though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Sark is 2 sessions behind. Sark, did you add the 5,000 we got for last session?
Yeah, I did, but the session before that, I didn't know if.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Before last session, when we got the $5,000. When Jay looked at everybody's XP, he said yours looked off to him. Prior to that,
Yep.
session. So I don't know what that would do.
Hey, do you guys want to fight mummies and a mummy lord?
No,
No.
I don't feel like being cursed. No thanks.
Again, I don't either. Again.
That's what they
No.
fought yesterday.
Yeah,
You
don't
know,
forget
I
mummy
do-
clerics
And it was
Yeah.
in its lair.
with falling floor.
Yeah.
You
Mummies
do
are
have Sark.
mummies are ass, dude. No, thank you.
Yeah.
You do have Sark. I have turned undead.
Yeah, but you
Pretty
see,
sure mummies are undead.
They are. I liked it when Sark, his character casted charm, and I was like, nothing happens. And I drew the box, and that's where you want it. Yep. Nothing happens, and then I deleted the box.
Yo, Jay, did you think about Sark's XP when you said it looked wrong to you? Did you think about it?
So, link Grigor Sark, link your XP.
well, let me. Yeah. 1 second.
Sark linked his already.
I also might. So you guys can obviously look, but I also might look at the Pathfinder books as well.
Okay. That's my XP.
Yeah,
So
it's like, it
Gregor's
looks like you're
level 8 too?
down like about 2K.
Gregor's not level 9 yet?
I guess not.
No.
Wow. Okay.
Because I think Sark should be higher than Grigor, because Zoid, you missed a session or two, right?
Yeah, but so did Sark sometime.
I'm
Yeah,
also
okay.
usually not around
So,
for.
We're not all level 9, in other words.
Sadly not.
Okay.
So even further,
Yeah.
it's deprecated.
Yes. Do you want
Yeah.
everybody to link their XP or no?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Yeah. Me and Sark have a lot lower XP than everyone.
Each of you just make yours 45.
45,000.
Yeah, 000. Because I don't know, and you guys just gotta you gotta really keep track of that stuff.
Well,
Dude, I am
they
fucking
weren't
I am
here. That's the only
meticulous.
thing.
Yeah. Well, I know,
meticulous
but
with
like,
my XP
if-
tracking. That's why mine is like good because
Yeah.
I know exactly how much XP I got.
Same.
I didn't realize there was a whole bunch of different types of zombies. Oh, there's only 3.
Yep, there's there's beholder, orc, and or not orc, ogre, and regular.
So we're calling it here for tonight and deciding on the.
Yeah, unless you guys had like little things you wanted to do, that's fine. But you met Smig and you met Jess, and that was the main things that I needed to be done. And then the introduction of the Bowser.
I just need some answers for my questions, and then I'll begin.
Yeah, I figured I'd pull you off for the side for that.
That's fine.
Well, I hope I pulled myself and my character out of my funk this time. So
I think so.
Yeah, you just need a good healthy dose of D&D.
Oh, we gained 3,500 XP. Yeah.
That's what's typed.
Just want to make sure.
Xander would like to try and find a library.
You can do it at the start of next.
Oh, I thought you said that we were gonna. If you
Yeah,
had anything
I
else you
mean,
wanted to do.
I don't have library and stuff planned like that. Just like I'm saying, like small things, characters you've met, you want to finish up some different questions or stuff like that.
So,
But the only portion of this city that I have planned is this main entry. That's it.
Jay, I also know why some people have a lot higher XP. It's because of all the secret things that you were giving out.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, secret, and then on top of that, specific side arcs too. you got to think who had side arcs.
Yeah.
So
who
Evander
did
had
the side
his at
arc
the very
and didn't?
beginning, but his went off the rails, so it just ended. Aeon obviously had his. Xander had his.
I think it's only those three.
Yeah, and
No,
then
I had
there's-
part
Yours-
of my side arc.
Yeah, your side arc is your side arc comes in sections, Dash. So you
Yeah.
obviously got your first one, and then you used a lot of training, the die rolls too.
Oh yeah, I
you
bumped
get
a shit
XP.
ton of XP. That's true.
You used like all of them, so
That's right.
Yeah, no. Once I got, it's basically all the training I had after I made it to level 5 blacksmith. I put it all in training. Is what happened.
and then Misery also had like her side arc or her initial side arc. That was the whole the pregnancy bit and all that stuff. But hers obviously hers happens in very small segments over time because hers obviously has children that are alive and taking place in the main story. So hers kind of ties in with the main story because of her connection to Usus. Arcana Center.
That reminds me, we have not gotten downtime stuff in a long time. We have not done downtime in a long
3 sessions, yeah.
I missed the guild hall, damn it. I built
feel-
that
Oh.
shit.
I feel you, bro.
Me too.
No, even if where I see the campaign going and stuff, I will make sure the guild hall comes one way or another. It might be through some OP DM magic, but it will be there.
Just give us Hearthstones. Damn it.
Yeah. I was gonna give
Or a town
some
portal.
magical thing that will basically pull it out of the ground and make it float in the sky or something. And then
There's actually a spell in the thing
Yeah.
for that.
But I'm sure the guild people won't like that. Like, oh fuck, we're going up.
too bad. Don't give a shit. You
I
guys are the
do.
leaders, not them.
Yeah, but they pay us. You know?
We own this piece.
Yeah, but that would be for when I try to figure out then.
When we get back.
Because I was also thinking about making it kind of float in its own pocket dimension and then have a teleportation to it. Because Sanguinum has its own teleportation circle. And then you could just teleport back and forth. Or even, as you guys
Those
said,
just
hard
make rings.
as well. Give someone the spell and then, make it up to them. You have to craft this for your character to have. Which I think would be great and would be an awesome, oh shit, we're definitely not prepared for this boss encounter. Let's go back a couple rooms and use our Hearthstones.